from the basement of Geek Public Radio and the bowels of the internet. That's right, it's Friday night. That means it's the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio.
Hey, it's me. I'm here. I'm Pat. There's Bill. There's Brian. Topher's here.
Are we on?
We are now.
Oh, dang.
We're Memorex.
It's 7 o'clock. Do you know where your man cave is?
But we're
it's
here.
GPR, the man cave.
We're drinking already?
Facebook.
Oh, wait, I am.
Man, I'm still trying to get over the creeping death.
The girls got it back.
It's like, oh my god.
It doesn't go away.
No, it's creeping death.
It's like you think it goes away, and then all of a sudden it's like a boomerang.
Yeah.
Feel
But,
great for a day, and then holy shit.
Well,
Yeah,
it's like I said, I felt bad for one day. Felt better. Everybody else got sick. Then I got it back.
Yeah.
And now I'm good. Now the girls got it.
I thought I was over until yesterday, and that proved me wrong. Sherry just got over it.
Sherry was bad last weekend, man.
She's fine now.
I was...
But it's 7 o'clock and I'm drinking already.
Well, now you're
well, that's not good.
And Bill broke the handle. I broke his mic already.
All right. Maybe we should turn this off while I try to get it going.
You have no idea what you're doing, do you? Is it working?
Huh? Yeah,
No, for some reason this thing was...
I was on the wrong one. Sorry.
God.
That's what happens when I just reach over and grab and start playing with shit.
What? I'm deaf.
Huh?
I can't hear you now. Some asshole had his mic up too loud. Now I can't hear.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why it was up that loud.
So, yeah. So, anyway, this is the Man Cave, and now we're doing manly things because Bill is fixing his mic.
That's right.
Broke it.
That was easy.
Playing with Jim's button.
Playing with the button.
That's the button.
That's the button.
Woody's like,
Sorry.
it's 7 o'clock. Why is Bill there already?
Well, you know,
He actually beat me here.
I beat like everybody here today.
Yep.
I was sitting at the liquor store, and Bill goes, "Are we doing the cave today?" And I'm like, "Yes, unless you're busy."
Well,
And then 5 seconds later, he walks in the door.
Yeah.
well, no, I pulled up and like the whole downstairs was dark. I'm just like,
Hey, when Topher's paying the bills, that no lights are on.
Yeah.
well,
When am I the only one in the house?
well,
nothing.
I'm the same way. It's just that I pulled up and I'm like, well, yeah, this close to Christmas. I was like, maybe they had like a Christmas function to go to.
No, I'm
You
even
know?
trying to get out of the Christmas functions that I have.
Oh yeah.
Beer Bill?
Sure.
Because of the creeping death, I'm over here I'm already saying, if I don't feel better by Sunday, I probably won't be there Monday.
I'm seriously thinking about. I've got a little bit of like homebrew stuff made or done or left. I'm seriously thinking about using that to like burn it out of my system.
Just put a straw in the thing you're holding it in and just drink it.
I tried.
Yeah.
I was given a bottle of Sailor Jerry, and last Saturday during the Metal and Madness show,
Yeah.
I drank all of it except for 3 fingers.
Oh, geez. I listened to a bunch of
And then I was
that.
Dead.
Oh,
Not hungover. I'm just still dead.
What did they talk about?
Huh?
The all the like the FEMA coffins.
Yeah, the FEMA
Yeah.
trailers.
And like
FEMA
all the
in
different-
general.
all the bases around that have been defunct for years. Then, while Obama was in office, they
Swedish chef or Swedish fish and beer. Just,
You did that just as I was trying to clear my throat, and it was just like, what? Did I gross you out? I'm sorry.
and how like a lot of them had real recent activity with like building new storage bunkers and things like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a fun show.
tomorrow they get the Christmas show, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is the Christmas show where we get to give away a Dawn of the Dead lunchbox.
Yep, I saw
Awesome.
the picture.
It's a nice one.
I finished up my Christmas shopping today.
Yeah, we only had like 1 or 2 things left.
I didn't have to get anything, but I went ahead and get something extra.
We got Shelby something.
Cool.
Meant to give it to you last weekend, but, everything that happened last weekend, I kind of forgot to give it to her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Stuff happens.
And once again, I left at the right time.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So, yeah.
All
But anyway,
I know is when Topher starts yelling, something serious has happened.
Everybody was like, how did you make the Hobbit angry?
Yeah, it's like, wow. That's doing something right there.
It's all fun and games.
Till the Hobbit has to put the foot down on you.
But Sherry.
I might need a stepladder.
good song.
But I'll do it.
Yeah, but she experienced her first traffic circle today.
The what?
Oh,
The
yeah.
roundabouts?
Yeah, and it wasn't a busy one,
roundabouts.
thank goodness. But she pulls up and she just starts going out. There's this Mercedes coming on around. I was like, "No, you got to stop and let them go." Well, you should have explained that to me before we got there. I was like, "Yeah, I guess that was my fault. Sorry."
Was it like one of the ones over there in Muncie?
No, we went up to Marion where the Coles and everything, that first little shopping area when you first get into Marion.
Yeah.
At the one end of it, they got just a circle
Little
there.
roundabout.
Little roundabout,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, just go out that way, because we're just heading south on. Well, what? I'm still trying to figure out from 26 all the way to Marion. Highway 9 is now concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the reasoning behind that? Is it truck traffic on it? Or?
Money. They just got tired of fixing it.
Okay.
So they just concrete the bitch.
Yep.
Well,
They figured out concrete was cheaper in the long run.
probably
More expensive at first, but
you less repair work and stuff done to it later.
you can patch pieces of concrete and pave over it
Yep.
later on. So
But yeah, because they did that wonderful,
Chip seal.
chip seal on it that, everybody was sliding off the
yeah. Have you been
Oh,
towards
God.
I'm trying to figure out how it's going to do when it's wet. I haven't driven it since it was wet.
It's just like concrete. Oh, chip seal?
No, I'm talking about how, before that whole length of 9, if it's wet out, you kind of...
Slid everywhere?
No, it was fine today. We drove up a day in the stamped roads, and it's nice. It's smooth. It's one of the smoother concrete roads I've ever been on.
Yeah, it's more expensive, but, they finally looked at it the right way and said, long term,
Yeah.
we won't have to fix it as much.
That's sort of what they did between Anderson and Pendleton. Hey, if we pick this road up out of the swamp,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
the one side's already finished, and I'll bet they raised that every bit of 7 feet.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You should see the gravel they're piling. I mean, there was truck after truck after truck when they're working on the other lane now.
Yeah.
Just dumping it.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, like, what road? That's Nebo? Like when you turn off 28?
Elbow Road.
Elbow.
Elbow.
Elbow Road. We can't say the other word that we usually use for it. But so. Nebo,
It's Nebo.
elbow. Get it? Nebo, elbow.
Oh.
Jesus.
But that right there is always been really swampy, and they just keep paving and paving and paving.
Same thing with that little dip before you get to 69 when you're on
26.
800, 332, McGalliard, 128, whatever name you want to call it, the 30
Yeah.
names it has.
'Cause that's funny, 'cause Libya's
eventually
like,
it'll
I'm
be
gonna-
like 37 feet high.
Well, she's like, I'm going to turn on 128. You're going the wrong way. I'm on that road between Muncie and Ellick, 800 North.
Yep.
Or McGalliard. Or,
332.
It's not 332 till you get to over 69, though.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's in the swamp too. That's why it's just been slowly over.
Slowly
the
coming
years.
up, yeah. Now, see, State Road 26, it's sinking.
Oh yeah.
What's funny is it's going to get to the point where just as when it gets high enough to get out of all that crap, something's going to happen. They're going to have to tear it all back down and redo it.
Well, the farmers are already bitching because the water's actually
Draining where it's
draining into their
supposed to.
fields. And they're like, we can't get into our fields because it's wet. Well,
Well, we can't get down the
Put in some
road.
drainage.
that's what they said the county, since the county owns it technically.
Yeah.
The state plows around it. But they're like, sorry, that's not our job to put in. We'll put in the drainage that's already there.
Yeah,
we'll fix that.
And
There's county tiles, and that's all they're going to put in.
And that's all they're going to pay to fix.
And we'll make sure the ditch is cleaned up and
we'll give you
dug
one
out.
instead of the 8, field accesses that you had per field. We'll give you one.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. Well, that's not fair.
We'll put in a seawall and just,
You put a seawall in some of them fields, you're going to have lakefront property.
I know that's the idea.
Would all have lakefront property? Wasn't there a road here? Not anymore. It's underwater.
Makes a nice boat ramp.
That's right.
Woody no longer has a barn. He has a boathouse.
Look at that boathouse. That wasn't a boathouse. Shut up, it is now. Wasn't there a 700 north here? Not anymore. It's all flooded out. That's part of the new White River.
Yeah. We made a reroute.
That's just like when Anderson started proposing this
Reservoir
thing. They flat looked at the state because, every big, I guess, agricultural thing or anything, a state has to be involved.
Yeah.
And they flat looked at the guy from the state and says, and we'll expect you to move State Road 9. Ha! You think so, huh?
Yeah, that's how that works.
They just rebuilt that bridge there that goes by the mall, where you get to the mall by the White River Fitness Club. Yeah, we just spent $30 million repairing that bridge and blah blah blah. Now you expect us to flood it?
Well,
and you want us to build you a new bridge?
Yeah.
On Rangeline Road is what they want the new State Road 9 to be. They want you to go up to 10th Street,
cut over,
go over the brand new bridge that the taxpayers are going to happily pay for.
Yeah, happily.
And then it'll bleed back over.
I don't know. If it's anything like Geist, though, you put that in, the property taxes from the now lakefront property, would take care of that bill thing in 5 years.
See,
not if Anderson's doing it.
Well, that's the idea of having somebody else come in and actually be in charge of it.
See, and I got something in the mail from a politician. It's from, what was it?
Junk mail.
Susan.
Brooks.
Yeah. And it's like a questionnaire, or you can fill it out online. I'm looking at some of the questions, right? And I'm like,
do you agree with my opponent, Mr. Hill?
Yes.
That's going to be a tough fight.
No,
anyway,
it was like questions like, what concerns you the most, and what's this and that. I'm like, well,
gay rights. Let's start an argument right off the bat.
Yeah.
No. I'm like,
I want to use the bathroom. I feel like I should be.
I'm going to sit down. I'm actually going to fill out the questionnaire, and I'm just going to go off on a rant. And
that's what I do on a daily basis.
Because, well, no,
he's stuck.
Okay, no, I'm just thinking, okay, they just raised gasoline tax, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What, 5 cents a gallon?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah.
How much do we have in surplus?
Yep.
Of gasoline?
No, money. How much money?
What happened to
$1 million, isn't it? Something like that.
Well, they keep
leasing
taking money
the toll road to fix all the roads?
Yeah.
Well, they
and
keep
now we
taking
don't have money to
out.
fix the roads.
So now we're being taxed to fix the roads.
Exactly.
On top of the money they get from the plates.
Yeah,
to
wheel
fix
tax.
the roads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What pisses me off is all of that money goes into the general fund.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then they pull out of it for different things. Okay. I firmly believe, I don't mind, if there's a need, okay. All right, let's fix the roads, let's do this and that and the other. But, I get really ticked off when, the extra money I pay to, quote unquote, fix the roads goes to some other pet project. It's like, whatever money is taken from taxes to fix the roads should go
to fix the roads
into the NDOT, a fund for NDOT.
Infrastructure fund.
Yeah. fix the bridges, fix the roads.
Well, they already get that budget when the NDOT files their budget. They inside that budget for each year is what they're going to fix for the following year.
I understand that, but instead of pulling it from the general fund, whatever money that is taken extra from us for, like they claim, we're using this to fix infrastructure, then you know what? Put it just in a fund.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
To fix the infrastructure.
You could run a surplus in the infrastructure fund.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you should do it, because if something happens, if a bridge fails or whatever, you're not scrambling going, we didn't have it in the budget.
Yeah, but
we have the surplus if something catastrophic happens.
Yeah.
And then if you can still work on the operating capital that you have to fix what roads, whatever.
But supposedly when they lease that toll road, we wouldn't have to worry about fixing the roads ever again. Because they got such a large chunk of money, they're just going to set that aside and
the moment
invest it or
what's
do something
funny about
with
that is the moment you got people turning around and saying, well, we have the surplus and this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter where it was designed to go for the next year. We have a surplus, so we need to give it back. So you started seeing people getting extra money back if they've met the qualifications on their state or whatever. I know we got it a few years in a row and then don't qualify anymore.
Well, what was it when the bridges on 65 up by Lafayette just completely failed?
Yeah.
They were planning on fixing it in 2 years.
Yeah.
And then they had to draw from that quote-unquote fund that doesn't exist to fix it. That's the funny thing about it is the state actually has funds like that nobody knows about. And the only reason I know about it is because I talked to the engineer that was heading that project. He goes, yeah, I got all the money I want. He goes, I could put in a seaport here if I wanted to. But the bad thing about it is the state
trench all the way down, and we'll just put a seaport in.
Well, there was going to be a canal system here.
Extend Lake Michigan?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually one of the things that built Alexandria.
Yeah.
Was the fact it was right along the Fort Wayne Canal.
But there was going to be a canal from Anderson all the way to Fort Wayne that ships were going to, transport cargo on. And then they got the rights for it. The state bought the property and did absolutely nothing with it.
Well, you can still see the line of it.
You can see the trenches.
They started to work on it. But then the railroad started coming in, and we started having more of the other stuff, and that kind of put the kibosh on canals when you can literally just put it on a train.
You can set a train on top of the ground instead of a tunnel.
Right. Yeah. No, the funny thing about it is you can, people drive down the road and they see those concrete state markers that are way out in the field for no reason.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're for. They're like, there was going to be a waterway there.
And the cool thing about that is, because of all the research we're having to do for some of the other stuff that Geek Public Radio is involved in, I got to learn a lot about the history of this town. And
it was founded by Sasquatch?
It was a lot cooler back at the turn of the century than it is now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the rock out there on 9 is dedicated to my...
well, you're related to everybody.
My 6th great grandfather, who was like the first white settler here.
Oh, you got to bring race into it. What the hell?
Well, there's a difference between the
native settlers,
the native Indians that were settled here, and the lighter skinned people that came from the Europeans that came over.
What's funny is we had the canal, and when that went belly up, just a few years after that is when they hit natural gas.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, we're going to do this, okay, now we're screwed. And everybody started to move back away. Natural gas, everybody came back. And it literally had as many people living here, or had more people living here in the 1800s than we do now.
I believe it.
The town was actually bigger. There's whole additions out that are out of farm ground right now.
Yeah, it was after the gas boom. That's when we had all the glass and making axes and bricks and all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, because it was free gas. They didn't charge any. They just poked a hole in the ground and said, "Businesses come."
Yeah.
You imagine the first guy that did that. What's that sound? What's that smell?
Boom!
Give me a
There is
Johnny, where's
there is
Johnny?
no smell.
That's right.
They have to add it.
Yeah.
But
First
yeah,
poor
so-
bastard that blowed up was wondering, what was that?
Where's Johnny?
They thought it was
He's about-
never ending to the point where all of the lights downtown were just tapped straight into it, gas lights.
Oh, wow.
Like the gas lights were ran off of like the surplus.
The surplus.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still a bunch of natural gas down there, but it's a lot harder to get to now.
it's a lot further down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as, like, close to the top of the ground as it was.
No, and then we had some really good Indiana limestone that came out of here.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's still the limestone quarries. If you follow Pipe Creek down, you'll still see some of the.
You know where all the Studebakers are now.
I wonder what's down there.
But yeah, so the
Well, out there at, whatchamacallit, was it Wilbur Wright out there?
I know Isaac Walton.
Isaac Walton. Yeah. That was a quarry. So,
Yeah, there's a crane down at the bottom of that one.
Yeah, I think it finally
And
you used to be able to see
supposedly-
the top, but I think it's finally fell.
Yeah.
and supposedly there's catfish down there bigger than Bill.
Well, when they sent divers down there to disassemble the crane, he said he got down there and he always felt like somebody was watching him. He's like, that's kind of weird because I'm a couple hundred feet down.
Yeah.
So he took his light and turned around and he saw this big eye. He goes, nope. Turned his light off, swam to the top, and he goes, I'm done.
Well, the people we know, Hobbs's,
Yeah.
they went down there and dove it, and they came back saying they'll never do it ever again because they almost got et.
Yeah, there's train cars and
Train cars, yeah.
dump
and there-
trucks. Old
There's
dump
there's
trucks,
cars
crane.
down there, and he goes, there's back
said when
then,
they-
there's bodies in them trunks. You know, they
I bet.
No, the way I understood, they said when they hit water, they actually had enough time to get guys loaded into some trucks and get them the hell out, but there was no way to get. They
The
just
big
you
equipment
either
out.
took off running, or you jumped in a truck that was leaving.
right.
Because as big as that is, I think they said they come back next day and it was half full.
Now I do remember that the city paid the Army Corps of Engineers to come down and try to trench Pipe Creek. They said when they hit their third car, they were done.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because, like, you know, there's houses built along, like, Washington Street. Like, my parents, for example, they're up on a little rise compared to all the neighbors. So we were replacing one of the retaining walls. And the moment we pulled that down and started bringing it back so we could put in a thicker retaining wall, we were hitting car bumpers, we hit a headlight, we hit... it was like, you know...
Mom,
A freaking
who's
archaeo-
Jimmy Hoffa?
It was like an archaeological dig in the front yard just to put a retaining wall up.
That's how they did it, though. If they needed a retaining wall,
They just use whatever to fill in.
It's like, hey, who needs a bumper for a 28 stewed? I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing.
I'm sure it is.
Studebaker?
28?
Probably. I mean,
I don't know how far back the Studebakers go.
can't remember.
What was the cars built in Indiana?
Up there at Auburn.
Auburn, yeah.
Auburn Cords.
So it's probably one of those.
I think Studebakers were made here, too.
I think so. There's
If not, they were the next state up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's Indianapolis. Was that where? There were four. I just know we kept making a turn and actually said cord factory. I think it was a cord factory. It's not
Yeah.
that now. It's like a hospital, you know, some
Stutz's.
complex, but
Huh?
Stutz's were built here too.
Stutz's.
studs.
The Stutz,
Stutz.
the Stutz Bearcat.
Yep.
Never heard of those before.
Race car, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Stutz
Oh, well,
Bearcat. It was one of them.
Also, maker of the Duesenberg.
Yep.
I know, I
Yeah.
heard that
Record
one.
Duesenberg.
Yeah. Yeah. The Duesenbergs were beautiful cars. No, there's a lot of race cars built in Indiana.
Swedish fish, sorry.
and what's funny is like you know, being from Indiana, you travel to other places and they're like, oh yeah, Indiana, like, you know, you go to the Indy 500, it's like
No.
No.
I've been twice in 43 years.
I've never actually been to the race.
I've been
We
full
used to
day.
go. We used to go to
Carb day and like qualifications and stuff like that.
We'd always go for the national Veterans Day or whatever, the Military Appreciation Day or whatever that is. I think it's like the Saturday before.
It's usually carb day.
But my grandmother used to go down with the AARP or whatever senior guild.
Yeah.
To the parade, and I would always bring all the grandkids, so we'd go down to the Carb Day parade.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that stuff is more fun than the actual race.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of races, though, there's a faction, I guess now that. Oh yeah, but there's a faction now that's they're trying to rebuild the old Alexandria Speedway.
I saw that.
I think it would be cool. Rebuilding
Arms
Camp would be really neat. I mean, because you got to think it was like a speedway on the scale of Speedway back then. Like it, it was something
old
like
dirt track. Yeah,
national. It was a national track that people would come and hang out at. Even then, when after it started to be defunct,
the grandstands are still back there. The light poles are still back there.
Yeah, and part of the retaining walls.
When they turned it into a demolition derby thing, the ball is still out there.
Right back here behind the old radio station.
That's what I thought. That's where it was at.
Yeah.
The crashing derby, demolition derby. The giant ball is still there too.
But there's a movement. I guess they're called movements now, but
a movement.
No, they're like they want to also put like the go-kart race
there.
Why? When you can just walk uptown and watch people flipping down the road. But I used to talk to. I used to work with two guys that are old enough or young enough, I guess, they could remember, the track racing back then. They said you'd be coming down 28 from Elwood and be nothing but dust and dirt. Mm-hmm. You couldn't see the other side of 28 from all the
dust.
The dust. And he goes, "Yep, they're racing today."
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they have water trucks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
this is an old guy now. When they get everything opened back up, it'll be just an old guy with a lot of water.
Yeah.
That's a new track walk.
Just walk the track and
free beer. Why? Because we're going to need you later.
Keep the dust down. It smells funny.
Who's been eating this asparagus? What the God?
That's some special watering for the track.
And what they do is they get the old tractors and they have like 12 guys stand side by side on the bar.
What was that line from it was a Will Ferrell movie? For 3 days, my urine smelled like marshmallow. Do you remember that?
Was that Stepdads?
No, it was a skating movie.
Blades of Glory.
Yeah.
Total commitment.
But they're trying to get that reinstated. And I guess if you go to the curve, I guess there's a table that's got pictures of the cars racing back then and stuff like that.
There's some really neat stuff. And like I said, learning more about what's going on and what people are trying to do to get it back. I'm still surprised at the amount of people who are like, no, stop it.
Well, the problem is you got all these nice houses right there in that area, and if they kick the dirt track back up again, their houses are going to be eating dirt every Saturday night.
The problem with it is they may be able to get it back up, and for some of like the smaller cars, like the couple that we have here in town who race.
Smaller cars? You mean like sprint cars?
Like midgets and...
Yeah.
What are you going to... See, he brings up race, now you're bringing up size.
Hey, if a hobbit can't talk about midgets, then, it's my own people.
But
these are my people.
Now here's the question, though. Say they get the track rebuilt. They keep it dirt, or do they put it back on asphalt?
So I say put it in anything that we need to move the go-kart race out there.
Well, you can't run go-karts on dirt, really.
Yes, you can.
Not those.
Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Every team up there...
I've done it before. You know how fun it is going sideways?
Every team up there that I've walked through the pits has a dirt cart in their trailer.
Oh, it's a blast.
Oh, yeah.
I love walking through the pits.
Me and Eddie
you
built
go
a track.
deaf.
Me and Eddie built a track.
Oh, yeah, because Eddie had like, what, 6 of them, 5 of them, 3 of them, 6 of them, something like that?
We had a couple of them out there.
I know.
Yeah, we'd go out there and hell, the guys that built the track, I'm the only one that's left. But yeah, it was fun. It was Eddie and Rick and me.
Oh, damn. You are the only one left.
That's sad. Considering Eddie's younger now.
Yeah. No,
But no, right racing a go-kart on that style go-kart on a dirt track.
You're
is a
definitely going.
blast.
You're drifting.
oh, yeah.
Want another one?
Oh, here a second. I've actually been thinking about building one of those trikes.
You talking about like the big wheel trikes or the actual trike?
Yeah. It's like like
the
an
drift bike?
adult.
The drift-
yeah.
the drift-
It's
The
like an
drifting big
adult-
wheel.
The gas powered big wheel, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
'Cause I
those
got
on
most of
counting
the
cars.
parts and stuff to do it.
I got a motor.
Well, you can go get a motor for $100.
Yeah, for $200 you can get a 150cc motor.
No,
Viper,
like
a Venom, some kind of motor. Viper motor.
for
A
$100 with a coupon, you
Coupon.
can go over to Harbor Freight and get one of their
Yeah, that's what I was talking
like
about.
9-horse
Do you have a coupon?
coupon. I got a coupon.
Hey, speaking of coupons, I need that website from you again before we leave tonight for Rock Auto.
For coupons.
For coupons.
I thought it was going
Just-
somewhere
just
totally
Google it.
separate.
Just Google it. It'll come up like best deals or
Because they want to charge me $21 for 4-day shipping.
what?
Yeah, for the last part of Libby's Jeep.
What? Part
So instead of $47 for the downpipe, you know,
It'd be $60-some.
it'd be it's like $25 for shipping. I'm like, you're nuts.
Why don't you just take the piece out to Jimmy and see if he can make it?
Yeah.
It's just
I
like
think
it's just a piece of bent 2.5-inch pipe with a flange on it.
Yeah, pretty
He
much.
can do
I
that.
think they've still got all that stuff out there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
He just fixed the exhaust on the white car.
It's
man, a couple minutes ago.
$47 for the downpipe,
Oh fuck that! He could probably make you one for $10.
and then a whole $3.44 for the
No, go out there and talk
timing
to Jimmy.
cover gasket.
Go grab the old one. Go run out there and talk to Jimmy. He can
The
probably make you one.
Old one's cut in half, if I remember correctly.
So he
Oh.
just needs to see what kind of flange it is and how long it needs to be.
Yeah. If you can get both pieces and
Boom.
I'll have to have Libby do that sometime.
duct tape.
Duct tape it.
Well, you know they have that tape now that you can put around stuff and you like pour water on it and it hardens.
Do they? I have a question.
Like a cast.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Do they have
Yeah.
like carbon fiber tape?
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
sure they do.
Have you ever seen them patch? I was watching, it was How It's Made Supercars. Mm-hmm. They were showing the Lamborghinis,
Oh, yeah.
and they patch those cars.
Yep.
And basically, that's what it is they put a layer up there, and then put a layer, another layer up there, and it's almost just like laying tape down with carbon fiber.
Yeah, they.
It's just sheets.
It's like you said. It's almost like the plaster for a cast.
Yeah.
It comes in the big netting, basic or not. What's
We got a break?
No, I was just doing the whole.
Give me a break.
it's
Give me a break.
They come off
20
in either
minutes.
long strips or square strips or whatever.
Yeah.
And they put it on there and they put water on it and then they just start smoothing it out. The more they keep rubbing it, the harder
What's
it gets.
Wonder where they learned that from.
Yeah, my wife says the same thing.
Well,
No, your
That
wife's
gets
usually
me-
like, "Get off me! Don't touch me! Don't."
and that gets me into, you know,
Don't do drugs. Oh, sorry.
yeah, don't do drugs. No,
Nancy Reagan says.
what? Like the other day, I was thinking, like, you know, what things can you say when you're working on a car that if you weren't in that circumstance would just sound dirtier than hell?
Oh,
I don't know, but it happens to me all the time because I'll be working on something, on anything,
Phrasing.
and I'll turn around and say something, and that's what I get from my wife, who doesn't even like the show. She'll just holler out, "Phrasing!"
You know, it's like, well, you know, I'll be in. I got to go torque my nuts. You know,
I did that once. It was painful.
yeah.
Well, the older you get, you know, when you got to be careful when you sit down on the toilet, or you're really torquing nuts.
You know, so a guy gets some parts for his car. It's like, dude, that's a sweet rear end.
Or
I
my
don't
rear
know, I've
end's
heard-
loose.
I've heard.
Reaming the cylinder out.
You got to ream the cylinder.
Got
Yeah.
to ream it.
We need to write these down.
You
We need
blew
a
it.
secretary for the man cave. What have we talked about today? And the list is like 20 miles long because it's ADD
You,
radio.
you blew a seal.
Keep my private life out of this.
Yeah. You know, or, you know, oh, man, I got to go lube that up.
Well, most of the motors we mess with have two heads.
Yeah.
Got a double header. What? You got to pay extra for that.
Yeah.
It's the same with, like, I noticed that with bowling. is along that lines. Like, too much head. Because if you hit the head pin straight on, you end up with a split. So you turn around and you got too much head.
Whoever,
the only time that you'll ever hear that uttered by a guy ever.
Whoever.
It's a stroker.
I got a
Jimmy,
stroker.
it's a stroker.
It's a stroker.
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one.
I didn't even think about that. I got a stroker motor. Well, you got a what?
She's been bored and
Of course she got
She's
a
been
stroke.
bored and
How is she
stroke,
supposed to get her
yeah.
going?
You don't ever want to date a woman that's been bored and stroke.
You can re-sleeve it.
I got everybody because we all stopped.
That tickled Bill.
But
man.
yeah, he's right though. If you think about it, if you're out there talking with guys and some woman walks out, she's going to turn around and go in there. No, not going out there. No.
I run a boring machine.
Yep.
Laying pipe.
He lays pipe all day. And then when he sends his kids to the movies, he's laying pipe all 30 minutes.
It's better when it's wet.
It's better when it's wet.
You can bore deeper when it's wet. Yep. I'm going to hell. That's it.
Yeah,
That's almost like those T-shirts. Like the mechanics do it in the pit or whatever. Those type of things. Archaeologists do it in the dirt.
there you go.
You gotta lube the hole.
Yeah, you got to lube the hole
That's
before you
another
get
boring
yeah,
thing.
You got to lube the
Yeah.
hole.
Well, not only that, that's kind of a car thing too.
Yep.
You got to lube the
Make
thread.
sure-
You got to lube the rear end.
Yeah, you got to.
Well, that goes for many things.
I don't think butter
Only if
works
they're
on a
really
car,
drunk.
though. So I don't think butter works on a car. Though.
Shampoo.
Butter? No. I did see. What the hell was I watching? But
That'll end up with a phone call. You know that well.
Not by me.
for some reason, there's like one of those things. It's like, there's like a YouTube channel, and they're like, no, I think it was on Top Gear, where they filled up. They had like cheap cars or whatever, and they filled them up with different things to see how long they would run.
Oh yeah.
One of them used like KY jelly. Another one used like like cooking oil. Another one used something else. And he's driving along. He's like, "This thing's getting really hot, and it smells like French fries."
Well, they say the cars that have been converted over to the old oil for French fries and the vegetable oil.
Oh yeah.
They say they'll run forever, just
Yeah,
forever.
You just got to filter it.
Yeah.
Okay. The system's a little bit more than just like putting veggie oil in there, because like during the winter the veggie oil will solidify.
Right.
So
You got to keep it hot.
Yeah, so most of the tanks that have the veggie oil will have coolant lines running through them, and they'll run coolant from the engine
Just like a heater
to warm it
wrap
up.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's like the old style
same
floor heat.
principle.
Yeah.
And you can't, if you have a car running on veggie oil, you can't just shut it off. All right? Because it won't start on vegetable oil.
Yeah, you got to have the gas start, basically.
So you have to, like, start it on diesel, then you can flip the switch to run it on veggie oil.
right.
Yeah, you have
Because the
to
veggie oil has to
build
heat
up
up first, right?
in
Yeah.
the motor.
Yeah. Then
Flip the switch.
when you, like
Gotta get her hot.
over the top.
You got to get her hot
You know
before
what
she'll
I-
run.
Yeah, gotta get her hot.
But
Get it hot before you add the vegetable oil.
I see a YouTube video in our future as we sit around and talk about the 10 dirtiest words ever said in a garage.
I put Libby's dad up against anybody.
Well, I'm talking about like in general garage conversation, not like as someone
Well, if
broke.
you ain't cussing, you ain't working.
not like you smash your thumb and you're all like, shit into his 8. That was my dad's favorite, was shit into his 8.
You used to hear twat waffle a lot when we were pulling Libby's motor. You twat God! Sons of bitches.
I need to scan. I've got pictures. Remember the first time Ron blew up his engine?
His bike?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time. That's a hard statement to get over. The first time.
I've got a picture of me just sitting on his bike.
The frame.
It's just like the frame. And I'm sitting on like where the seat should be, and I'm all like, "Hey!" A big smile, a thumbs up. I'm
Big smile.
hey, yeah, and yeah.
I still remember you spent, what was it, 2 months on that motor? Reworking it and rebuilding it and reinstalling it. And
The first
Then he
time it was
complained
the
about
no. The first time was the transmission,
the transmission.
right? So he had the transmission done by like Snitz Racing or whatever, the bike drag racers.
Yeah.
So we put that in, and then he broke his like the little cog for the shifter, and my dad and I fixed that for him. And then he was trying to keep up with somebody on a Hayabusa, and
He over-revved it.
yeah,
He missed
oh,
a
yeah.
gear.
No, he didn't miss a gear. He just
What did he have?
He had a 900.
old ZX9. It was pretty sweet.
Think what shit and get.
Oh yeah, it still does.
I never took it over 55, Ron. Swear to God.
And took it apart again. And that time when I took it apart, I took the pistons out. Like the pistons, like the lands and grooves, just started like falling out of the piston.
He definitely hollered it out.
Yeah,
It was all wallered out.
Which time was
But
it that the
but it
Knox
cracked.
which time during the multiple fixes did the officer get on the bike and get him in trouble?
That was after
That was after the whole
transmission.
thing.
No,
Yeah.
That was after the
Was it?
transmission.
The
Yeah,
officer.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not talking names.
yeah. That was funnier than hell.
But no, I remember the time you got it all back together, and you said, "All right, go test it out, but don't do anything stupid. Just go ride it out, see if it sounds right." And he goes, "Pat, go with him in case it breaks. That way you can ride back." I said, "I'd love to have Ron ride bitch on my bike."
That'd be fun.
He got up there and he goes, "Yeah, it sounds good." I said, "It sounds real good." And he goes, "Watch this." And I said, "Don't do it." And he goosed it, and he brought it all the way up on one wheel, and then it went past vertical. And his face couldn't have got whiter than snow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
but
set
this-
it back down. And he goes, "Don't tell Bill that." And I said, "You're damn right. I'm going to tell Bill that because that was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life."
What kills me is like we rebuilt the engine, and when I had a bunch of stuff done, he's like, "No offense, Bill, but I think I'm going to take it to a real mechanic." Oh, okay. So
There you go.
I package it all up because it was in my garage. I wrap it all up. Yeah, I oil everything so it's not going to get. Wrap it up, put in a storage tote. Sat there for a year and a half, and he finally come. He's like, "Well, I'm thinking about fixing the bike." I'm like, "Well, the storage tote's out there. You might want to take it to a real mechanic." He's like, "Well, I'm like, no, dude.
No, you done ruined your.
No.
No, that's that gift horse mouth thing, you know.
What were you charging him? Case of beer?
Nothing.
Yeah, case of beer.
Yeah, basically, bring over beer while we do it." And he's like, "Well, I can't afford it." I'm like, "Okay, but I'm going to tell you what to buy. And if you show up with anything besides what I tell you what to buy, we ain't doing it." Okay. Because he wanted to, like, cheap out and, like, reuse pistons and rings and stuff. I'm like,
This ring's only got a couple black marks on it. It's still good.
I was like, you have 3 cracked pistons. More than likely, the 4th one is also cracked.
On the
No.
third day of Christmas.
No. Go get new
3
bearings.
cracked pistons.
Yeah. Go get new pistons, wrist pins, retainers, bearings, and oil pump. He showed up with all that, and we honed it and got it put back together. And
Now it's sitting in his garage collecting dust.
yeah. He was complaining because at first it didn't quite run right. I'm just like,
Got to break it in.
I was like, "Ron, it's a brand new engine. It's all been rebuilt. It's all brand new stuff." I was like,
It's got to feel the groove.
right about 500 miles, it'll be better. I was like, take it easy on it till you hit 500 miles.
Yeah.
No,
That's not right. It's not
No,
easy, Ron.
He really did. He took it. I mean, And to build up the miles on it, he actually like drove it back and forth to work to put miles on it. And he was like, dude, it was the craziest thing. I was like, what? He's like, man, I was going down Pendleton Avenue, just cruising along. And he was like, I was looking at my trip odometer. And he's like, I looked down, and it was really close to 500 miles. He's like, the next thing I know, he's like, I didn't even give it any gas. It came alive right about 502 miles. He's like, this thing runs great. I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Now go change the oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which that's what I'm going to tell Libby, when we finally get the damn Jeep out of Jim's garage. Take it easy for about 500 miles.
Yeah. Actually, it'll probably run for about, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then you'll drain the oil and put a new oil in.
Yeah, I'm just going to go buy a case of oil. And then when that runs out, I'll go buy another case of oil.
Just go buy for break-in, just go to the damn Rural King. Get you some plain old conventional oil in a big jug. Roll you a filter on there. Let it run and idle till it gets real good and hot.
Drain the oil. Look for shiny pieces.
Exactly.
No shiny pieces.
And then...
It's like no whammies.
Yeah, no shiny pieces are good.
No whammies and stop.
I said stop, you bastard. Stop. Jesus Christ, it won't shut off. Well, it'll be really warm in the winter.
Yeah, there you go. So, it'll be all good.
Yeah, but I got the rings in, so I'm gonna get a hold of Mr. Hill tomorrow, see if I can't come out there and put their damn rings on it. Then we can start reassemble.
Yep.
No, disassemble, reassemble.
I know he finished his Christmas shopping this afternoon.
Did he? Hey, what's the word on
No.
Mikey's boy Jacob?
Last I heard, he come out of it. He was fine. I haven't heard if he's home yet or not. Like
Tonsils, right?
Yeah, it was tonsils. Yeah, I haven't heard anything since. So
Oh, get better, Mikey and Jacob.
Yep.
Get better, Jacob, and hi, Mikey.
Yeah. No, I mean, hell, since everything's all cleaned up.
yeah, 1:30 he was back home doing good.
Good.
Awesome. Reassembly isn't all that.
Now I know that when we start putting everything back together, I've got to go buy bolts because some of them's like no. That's not even supposed to be there. What is that?
Why is there 3 different size bolts in this?
But it's like you said, the Mancave posted, for some reason, for no reason at all, I bought a Jeep. Been broke ever since.
Yep.
I was trying. There was a crapshoot on who posted that.
Wasn't me.
It was me.
But the funny thing about it is, Wood's up there and he goes, mine runs fine. No, they run fine. But when they break, they break.
Yep. It's like, congratulations, Wood. You have just cursed yourself.
Yeah, because it's coming. It's like, I love Libby's Jeep and I love my Jeep truck. But when they break, they go.
Oh,
I can't even wait to see what I'm going to get into once I finally park my truck. That's going to be years of rebuilt stuff. And
I say we get one like a modern, like wrecked Cherokee, like your maroon one, and we just do a swap.
Probably be a good idea.
With a straight 6 fuel injection computer.
Yep. Because it's nothing to switch his Comanche to 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Just another hole in the floor.
Probably not even that.
Well, you got to bring the 4-wheel drive shifter up, right?
Yeah, because that would have been a stick, not a push button.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to drill another hole in the floor, which, not a big deal.
No, I mean, but...
Oh, Chetty.
But, no, that's the thing, though, is if you like $300-400, we buy a whole...
I said Chetty.
Oh, Chetty.
It apparently doesn't want to do it.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
No Chetty.
Well,
Chris disabled it last time.
Chris disabled. He was here
last
secretly.
Saturday.
Bitch.
It's a huge bitch.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Watch this shit.
It's all fun and games until
The Chetty breaks.
yeah.
Chetty's broke.
But
He'd been broke.
But you'd have everything you need.
Well, I'm sitting here on my route Thursday, just driving along, doing my stuff, picking up my shit, and I look over. There's a white Jeep Comanche parked in the driveway, short bed.
Nice.
I'm like, stare at it.
Short bed would be cool.
I was like, that's mine. Because they're, back in the 80, 88, 89, they come out with a short bed, a long bed, and then they had a special long bed, which was an extra foot.
Oh, so it made it
they had the 4 foot, 6 foot, and then the special was 7.
Wow.
Didn't know that. I have the special long bed.
Holy crap.
I was like, because Brian and I were talking one night, he goes, what would that look like if you put a short bed on that? And I said, probably my frame sticking out an extra 4 feet.
Probably.
Look like you're walking out with knee
like
socks,
I have a roll off,
knee socks on, and shorts.
Yeah, have my shorts pulled up to my,
I wonder what it'd be like to
Look like an old man in Florida.
Yeah,
to take a Cherokee and lop off the back end of it, right?
Like how far are the back end?
Just at the back doors, right?
Before the back doors or after? Like right after the driver's
doors.
seat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Right.
Right after the back
passenger
seat. Okay.
Right. Put that on a Comanche with a 4 foot bed.
You have a what Ford call theirs?
The Explorer.
Sport track.
Yeah.
Track.
Sport track.
I'm telling you, it'd be cool.
You can haul anything you want. All you got to do is roll down the back window. No. No.
The Avalanches were that way.
Mm-hmm.
They had the itty bitty short little bed, or like the back window would roll down, and then the back wall
could fold down.
Fold it
down. Yeah.
So you could load longer stuff in it.
You have like an 8 foot bed then, or something.
Yeah. I was like, man, that's pretty cool for, if you have a family or whatever, but you still want to do like projects and shit around the house,
Did when they made it to an Escalade, did it still have that option?
I don't know.
As much as you pay for an Escalade, it should.
That's
More than likely.
That's what I was wondering if when it got the Cadillac badge, if they changed that or not.
Well,
That was something you never seen anybody use it.
No.
I've never seen it used the entire time.
I saw a guy talk about using it once, but I've never seen it. So I don't know. I don't know what it takes to do that, or whatever. And Ford. Somebody told me that the new Explorers, they what is it? They can't
Touch their toes.
They did something to the towing package, or something. They can't tow anything basically anymore. That's why they re-brought the Expeditions back. So, but anyway, we have to take a break. We got to pay the bills.
Yep, we got to pay the bill.
Paying
Listen to the Man
bills.
Cave
On Geek Public
on
Radio.
Geek Public Radio.
We'll be back.
And we are the Man Cave. GPR The Man Cave on Facebook.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
I didn't really think, considering our conversation off the air, but I guess I'm an evil bastard. I guess I'm evil.
I raise horrible people.
Nah. Well, that's
You are rude, sir, and you raise horrible people.
I said good day, sir.
I said good day.
I said good day.
I looked at Dana the other day. I said, Dana, why's your sisters such assholes? She goes,
Pardon
"Raised
my
us that way."
French, but you're an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because they were raised that way. That's pretty much true. I look at Kylie and go, I succeeded. Oh, they got the...
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to be I'm sorry, I'm going to be a whatever. But they got the sex of the baby.
Oh, yeah?
It's going to be a girl.
Oh, cool.
So,
The
according
curse
to Kylie,
continues.
she's going to raise Wonder Woman. I just started laughing. I'm like, the curse gets her.
I don't know if I should share it or not.
Go ahead.
At least she didn't start crying and say, mine's going to be puppies. You remember that joke?
Yeah. I'm going to have puppies. That's not something I want to think about. Funny joke, by the way. We need to still do that. Bad Punchline Friday. Just tell the punchline Friday. Just tell the punchline joke.
And that's the motherfucker that killed my frog.
Not so badass are you now, Batman?
Didn't anybody know MF drowning, did you?
That was a good joke. That really was.
So yeah. Now what were we talking about before the break?
Hell if I know.
Don't remember.
That was 5 minutes ago. I forget.
New topic. We've all blinked since then.
You're a real asshole when you're drunk, Superman.
8:05. New beer. New beer. 8:05.
I'm alright right now.
Bastard.
But, no,
Speaking of new beer, where's Brenner? Our beer wench needs fired.
I don't know what happened to Brenner. I don't know if he has any, beer he's made or what's going on. I do know tomorrow I got to put 5 gallons of wine into closed ferment.
Closed fermentation.
Yep. Uh-oh. The
Dog's in
dog got
trouble. I thought he was telling Brian to go lay down.
Look at
I'd
that
probably
sad
listen.
face.
Huh?
I'd probably listen.
I would too, because I come home from work, man. They got us out today by...
Man, it was rough today.
Did you work?
I had to go drive to Noblesville. And then from Noblesville, I had to come back to Alexandria. And from Alexandria, we went to Summitville. And from Summitville, I had to drive to Fort Wayne. And then we went to a Harley dealership. And then we went to another company's Christmas party and stuck around there long enough to eat a little bit. And then I had to drive home.
A rough day.
Rough day.
Damn it.
I had to
Sounds
stop
like
at the
it.
house, though, so I could change, because I actually maybe work a little bit this morning.
Didn't happen.
No. So I was dressed sort of warm. But we leave here at 47. By the time we get to Fort Wayne,
51.
37.
Oh, wow. It's colder up there, huh?
Yeah. I was
Wow.
actually, it amazed me that line had already,
Come through.
by the time you got to Fort Wayne, it dropped. Fort Wayne high today, I think, was 41.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I shut the heat off in my work truck. I was sweating my ass off.
Yeah, it was warm this morning, really.
But, yeah, I walked out this morning because normally I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is throw my boots on, go out and start the truck. So I'm in a pair of shorts and boots, work boots. That's a sight. So I do that because normally it's cold, But I walked out today and I'm like,
Don't need to start it today.
wow. No, I did anyway because she's an old-natured bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey had a day off, so I asked Jim if he wanted me to drive that white truck down there today, and he called me last night and said, don't worry about driving a white truck because we wouldn't need the tools or anything. So, but yeah, we drove to Noblesville, and then we come back and, we stopped at McDonald's and got something to eat.
But it's the boss,
Steak and cheese bagel sounded really good.
well, it does sound good.
That's like the only thing I like at McDonald's anymore.
I'm still telling you, we need to have a breakfast. Morning breakfast.
I'm doing that tomorrow.
Are you?
Christmas morning, we're going to have sausage and bacon and waffles.
I would show up, but your wife's not cooking for me anymore.
No, she won't. You have to fix your own.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do bacon and waffles. Come on out. I'll cook you some waffles.
I'm the only one up, so, yeah.
I'm sure if you showed up at my house to eat waffles, my wife wouldn't say anything.
What the hell are you doing here?
I did
Yeah,
find
come
out
on in,
I
have some
like
waffles.
the Crusties, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yes.
That's the shit right there for waffle batter. Haha, it weren't me.
What the hell?
The pen is mightier.
This is penis.
My favorite SNL thing.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, no, the pen is mightier. Suck it, Trebek.
Oh.
Penis is mightier for 500 Trebek.
Is that the one with Sean Connery and Burt
Yeah.
Reynolds? And
Yeah.
That's Burt Reynolds. I don't know. Screw it. Who is it that plays Sean Connery? Do you know?
I can't remember the guy's name.
Farrell?
Is it Will Ferrell? It's not Will Ferrell.
What's that?
Because it was Norm Macdonald always
Norm
played
Macdonald,
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. Who cares?
Have you seen where they do Black Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
And there's the one white guy.
Yeah. But
You
he
all
was
right,
like,
man?
yeah. He's like answering all the questions right. They're like, yeah.
They're looking at
John?
him. Well, look at you, man.
Yeah.
All right, come on over here, my brother. And he says something to begin with. He starts off real slow. And they're like, watch it now. Watch it.
We was listening to it was a satellite radio, and it was a comedy when it had Eddie Murphy on there.
Yeah.
A Goonie Goo Goo. What the hell's that even mean?
Yeah, Goonie Goo Goo. What the fuck? She's a Bigfoot, isn't she, Gus?
Yeah.
Daryl Hammond.
Daryl Hammond? Okay, yeah, there you go, Daryl Hammond. But yeah, I love, that's the only reason I love watching Eddie Murphy Delirious is
Get
for
out.
Aunt Bunny.
Yeah.
Aunt Bunny.
Aunt Bunny.
The bitch can't walk downstairs.
She scares the kids.
She Goonie Goo Goo. What the hell is that?
The kids is terrified. Goonie Goo, what the hell is that?
What's the one where he's like describing? He's like, "We got McDonald's."
It's from Raw.
I got some
Is that
ice
Raw?
cream,
Yeah.
and you're on welfare, and you can't
ain't
have none.
And then he drops it.
And I'm standing there with my big white bread,
Welfare burger.
Welfare
green pepper,
burger, yeah.
and onion welfare burger.
Right. We'll get some green onion. Green onion? I don't know how green onion in a burger.
Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
Brenner just posted on my post on Facebook. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Oh, I'm telling you. All right, my dad gave me an old club car, golf cart,
Oh, really?
gas powered, no
Nice.
motor. So I'm thinking about going over, like, get me a coupon, go over to the Harbor Freight, and they sell they're not the big V twins because I don't really need that.
Yeah.
But like electric start one.
What we need to do is just take the thing apart, lengthen it out, put a picnic table and a stripper pole on it.
Jesus God. The bad thing about it is there's not one person that's listening going, they can't do that. They're all going, I can see them doing that.
I got a welder and a bad idea. It'll happen.
Didn't Jim say that once?
And then we travel around to different bike shows.
Dear God, we'd have money coming just falling out of our pockets. What is that? That's a picnic table stripper.
No,
I don't know, but I want to ride it.
No more. No. It needs to have, all right, like a stage with a stripper pole in the center. Okay.
Be better than that stage
And
we
then-
saw in Milwaukee.
Seats lined up all the way around it. So it's like,
Pervert row on wheels.
Exactly. It's a mobile pervert row. Guys
That's
hop
doable.
off. Guys hop on.
That is doable.
You drive around a little bit, and the girl dances, and you can get tipped or whatever. And it's kind of like stripper Uber. Right? You just drive up and down the strip. Where
You
you
went to
guys
the strip
going?
club, didn't you? No, the strip club came to me.
That's right.
I call it
you just-
Uber.
And you just drive to one
Boober.
end.
Boober.
Boober. It's Boober.
Boober.
Yeah.
Copyright that bitch right now. Boober.
Done. Trademark.
You're
Trademark.
right. And when you're
Trademark
down
Boober.
at that end, and you just kind of pick up and drop off people as you go,
Are you drinking or tipping? No, get the hell off.
Yeah.
It's a 2-drink minimum to
A
ride.
welder and a single malt. Hell yeah. You can do anything for welder and a bottle of single malt scotch.
It's like, okay, we'll pick you up, but the thing is it's a 2-drink minimum.
$10 cover
$10
charge.
cover charge, 2-drink minimum.
Why do I got to pay a cover charge? I can watch it go by. It's the ambiance, man. It's the ambiance. It's
Yeah,
$10
yeah.
for that.
Ambience.
And we're lying. It's for gas.
Ambulance.
We need gas.
We need gas. This bitch don't run on air.
That bitch does.
Yeah, she
but
does.
This bitch don't.
No,
And gee, who could we find that strips for a little bit of cash at a bike show?
Anybody?
Yeah.
Bueller.
No
Bueller.
I'm serious.
Bueller.
And just drive up and down. Drive back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Guys will hop on, they get to the place they want to go, they can hop off, more people can hop on.
This is your stop. No, I'm good. Go around again. I don't know
So it'd
money
be
to
like-
buy saddlebags, but now I'm broke. Why? That bitch got it.
So basically what it would be like is, the
Just put a
rolling
thing-
bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
taking donations for a ride. Hell, it could be, hell, you probably walk out there with a damn pharmaceutical company by the time you get done.
That you'd have at least $5,000 a weekend.
You do it like the bicycle bars,
Yeah.
except have the center, rather than one guy running up and down, have the girl in the center, so everybody pedals
Oh God, have you seen those down in Indy?
with topless girls walking back and forth.
Drunk people pedaling a damn cart
Yeah.
We seen them all the time when we
with a
was working down
sober guy in the middle.
I guess some of them got electric. They got motors on them.
Yeah, but you got a pedal to keep the motor going.
Sometimes people just don't feel like pedaling no more.
I always holler out the car, freeloader, freeloader.
Yeah, because you see the one. It's usually a girl. I'm sorry, women out there that would, be, but it's usually a girl.
Like, feet up.
I can't do it.
I know I get all sweaty.
I'm gonna drink a beer with an umbrella in it to make me feel special. Hell, our wives, man, would be like, "Bitch, get out of the way. We're pedaling."
Basic.
I'm working out while I'm drinking.
We must get to the next bar.
This is how I work it off.
But it's funny because we went. Libby and I went down to the Murat to see. I took her to see Phantom of the Opera, and there was like 6 of them. They're all these like 12, 20, 36 people drunk pedaling. I'm like, dear God.
Oh, I still want to do it next year for Gen Con. Like they're always running around.
How about no?
No, just to be on it for like 1 block, whatever. Like, cool. That's
How long would you do that for?
What, pedal?
Yeah.
Pedal.
As long as I'm drinking.
Freeloader.
As long as I'm
Freeloader right
drinking.
there, guys. Chamber, start pedaling. I can't. Get your ass in that pedal.
I'll tell you right now.
I'll sit in the middle and serve. I have my license.
You get your bartender's license?
Yeah.
So is Angie.
I still have it from the studio. $59 every 4 years, and I keep it.
Nice. Your wife has her bartenders?
Yeah, where she can serve alcohol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be down.
Well, it's just she volunteers to help cover cost Germany stuff for school.
Oh, yeah?
Where they work at the fuel games.
Oh, that's right, because you got to have a... Yeah.
Well, you don't have to have
I was going to say.
It opens up the possibilities better.
I was going to say that it was like, because she volunteers to keep all these things open by serving, like serving alcohol. I was like, that's awesome. Like, I want to do more school events if they're serving alcohol.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like, man, cold beer in the stand, watching the
our
Friday
next
night
trip,
football
which will
game.
be towards the end of January, beginning of February. I want to go down and try that brew house we saw last time. Now we was at Hamilton Town Center.
Oh, yeah, next to the...
You drive past that place at lunch. And,
mic adjustment.
Hell, it's cram-packed at lunch.
That's a... Now I want Permane Brothers, you bastard. Damn it. I have no reason to go to Hamilton Town Center.
We ate that last time we went to the down there.
Yeah.
The best part of the whole day was the amount of alcohol I drank in the stands and the Permane Brothers we had before we walked into the arena.
That's probably the reason why you were still walking, because all the bread and meat was soaking all that alcohol up.
Well, no, I can't.
I just want to try
bread,
that brew
so
house. Like I said, if you see it packed at lunch too,
yeah,
you know it's good.
It's got to be decent.
We
went down there. We saw that at the Duluth thing, right?
Yeah,
we went down to the Duluth.
I think they were just still building it then.
No, yeah, or just opened or something.
Yeah.
But we were mindset on going to Permane Brothers anyway.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason we went down there. I think
the other way you can tell some place has good food or whatever, if it's a small town, and you're driving through town, you see a bunch of cop cars and like fire trucks and stuff parked outside the restaurant.
It's a good place to eat.
I'd go in there and get some food.
It's like Bernie's in Frankton.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't know what Bernie's is and they pull up at lunch, you see a fire truck, county truck, state truck. It's like, wait a minute, there's something that goes on here because
that little hole in the wall in Greenfield, Meat Mart,
Dave's Meat Market. You look at it and go, I'm getting tetanus walking into that. There's no way. They're killing a cow like on the table in front of you and serving food around it.
Nice.
It looks that bad. But you walk in there, oh man.
Chili.
I want to go.
The sandwiches.
Dave's Meat Market, you can get a sub sandwich.
Yeah.
Made fresh that day, $5.
Yeah. And
I want to go.
It's meat.
Have you been to the
you got to go to the park or somewhere to eat, but
yeah, you can get a sub sandwich,
a bowl of chili,
of chips, and a drink for like $7.
I always got a sub sandwich and a bowl. I've got a
bowl of chili,
a half sub and a bowl of chili.
Broccoli and clam chowder, or broccoli cheese or clam chowder. He's always got 2 soups there.
But it's this little red building. If you look at it, you're like,
there's no way.
What the hell?
But you see it at lunchtime, there's no parking.
No, none.
My favorite places, and I found these out being on the road all the time. You always look for the places like ran by little old ladies.
Damn it! Now I want a Dave sub. I'm just hungry.
That
I
literally
drove past it a couple times this week.
They're only open for lunch, and when they run out of food, they're out of food. Like it's just a bunch of little old ladies doing home cooking, whatever, and then they sell everything.
Little bitty place in Columbus, Indiana. It's one of the big Cummins factories right here, and it's right here, and it looks like a house. But the guy goes in there every morning. I don't even know if he's still alive now, and pounds out the tenderloins. Cuts the tenderloin and then pounds it out. You can either get a sandwich or you get 3 pieces and then 2 sides. And my God, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Best green beans I've ever had in my life.
That's the one that's just open for lunch, right?
Yeah, I think it's just lunch.
That's just like when.
But if you don't know where you're looking for, there's really, I think the sign's painted on the roof.
Wow.
But it
Kinda
is
like,
standing room. If you go at noon, you're standing room only.
kind of like when we used to have the office uptown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know that building and everything with everything in it is still for sale by owner, like on contract. They'll sell you the whole thing.
They still got all the cooking stuff in
with,
there too, right?
everything in it. All you have to literally do is, and they go in like once or twice, one every month or so, and kind of wipe everything down and whatever. But
Now,
can
the son
still
tried to keep it open
walk.
on weekends, just couldn't do it.
Jesus, well, he's got to be what? 80?
No, he's gone.
Is he gone?
It's the son that owns it. Has
Okay.
it now.
But yeah, so if you're interested in something that has a history, you could literally walk into that building with a good scrubbing and open it right back up.
I
You know,
don't
if
know
I
if
hit the
you'd ever get the
Powerball-
popularity of it back now.
You never know.
I
Yeah,
mean,
go in there
Chef
and order.
Tiny.
You want to order a fry? You want a half order? You want a full order of fries? If you say full, you're a fool.
That's like saying you want a full order of biscuits and gravy over at John's.
That was the biggest, happiest mistake I ever made in my life.
Like when you have the biscuits the size of softballs.
Yeah.
There's a
You
place in
get 4 of
Anderson.
them.
I can't
plate
remember the
this
name
big.
of it. It's
Yeah.
downtown, around the courthouse somewhere. I went in there once and I said, "Yeah, I want the nachos." They said, "You want a half order or a full order?" I was like, "Hell, they're nachos. Give me a full one."
That's Journeys.
No, it wasn't Journeys.
Wasn't Journeys?
But,
That was a
Yeah,
good
that-
place to eat, too.
Yeah.
After
When
They're
they
only
say,
open
when they
during
look at
those.
you and go, when you say, "Yeah, I'd like the full order," they go, "Good luck."
Or no, usually when,
no,
when the
she
waitress
gave me
goes,
this look
"Are
and
you
said-
sure?"
she goes, "Okay," and then when the guy that makes it comes out and says, "Yeah, I just want to know who the hell ordered a full order of these things," and set them in front of me,
You're like, oh dear God.
I was like, "Holy!"
Yeah,
The
big
whole
old
table.
plate.
Oh yeah, I mean, because it's
The whole table.
it's like the courthouse, and then it's like just down the block. It's right there in that little hole thing.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but
Well, what's funny is I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's there,
No, I mean there's a lot of little places like that, but
there's a lot of little places
but no,
in
it's
Anderson.
it's only open for lunch.
But yeah, it's popular as hell.
Like,
but yeah,
like going to the toast.
The toast,
Or like the lemon drop. You know, just...
I haven't had one of
opens-
those in years.
I
an
know.
onion burger.
Yeah,
You know, but they're only open certain times. And
you can lemon drops usually open at night.
They're open
Weekends you
they're
can catch
open
it Friday
up
and Saturday. I
until-
think.
Yeah, he's open now. He's open up until I think it's like November, mid-November, and then he leaves.
Me and Angie we weren't married very long. We just wanted something different. She's like, "Let's just go lemon drop." I was like, "Okay, hell,
That's another hole in
years.
the wall.
It'd been
Yeah.
years since I'd been there then, but well, what do you want? You gotta order an onion burger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause you go there. I'm gonna try. Nope, I'm gonna try an onion burger. 'Cause
No,
it's
just
onion
give me
burger.
the onion burger. I'm not.
We took Libby and I took Kylie there when we got back together, and Kylie's like, I don't know, I don't like onions. I said, you'll eat this, trust me.
Yeah.
Because it's not onions.
you'll like it,
Yeah.
and
It's
you'll like it.
It's powdered onion. It's the onion.
No, it's cooked onion inside of it,
Is it?
but they're
I thought it was the
like minced
powdered
onion.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
kinda-
no, it's French onion powder for the dip. They mix in with the meat,
You'll like it,
yeah, but
and
there's
you'll
still
like
onion.
it.
There's still onions
Yeah.
in between two patties.
and it's like the Kylie's like, I'm not gonna eat that. Trust me. And she walked in and she goes, what does that smell? And I said, that's the onion burger.
Yeah. Hello.
That's heaven.
And she ate it.
Heaven.
Some people call it Iowa.
What does that smell? I don't know. Some people call it Iowa.
My kid don't like nothing green. Her favorite food is green beans. You asshole.
Right?
You could put any vegetable in front of Kylie, and she's like, nope, nope, nope. Put green beans on them in front of her, they're gone. That was a vegetable. Shut up. No, it's a vegetable. I don't care. They're good.
Yep.
That's just like the
little
girls
bit of
now.
butter,
They don't
salt,
know
pepper,
the difference
little-
between chicken, pork, steak.
Everything's
Everything's chicken.
Everything's ketchup.
Ketchup. Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Well, I
Ketchup.
mean, that's how some of them are spelled, catsup.
Yep.
If you look at the bottle.
For the illiterate people, it's CATSUSOUP. Ketchup. Cat soup.
No, it's. I've seen it
It's
spelled K-A-T-S-U-P. I've
Yeah,
seen it spelled
ketchup.
that way.
Catsup.
You're like, Jesus God. Instead of teaching them to say it correctly, they're spelling it so they'll buy it. I want some of that cat soup.
We had spaghetti tonight.
Nice.
Have you ever had my spaghetti?
No.
I had
Oh,
smoked sausage.
That's a damn shame.
Well, Sherry made it.
Smoked sausage.
We had 2 boxes sitting there. One was linguine noodles. The other one was spaghetti noodles.
So you had a round noodle and a flat noodle.
So we ended up eating the flat noodles because Sherry just ain't got
battle
time
of
to
the
read.
It's the
Noodles
battle
are
of the-
noodles, damn it.
I said, didn't we have spaghetti noodles? I don't think so. This is all I found. And Angie goes in there later on after we're eating. She's like, yeah, the spaghetti's right here, right next to the
This
one
is
she grabbed.
spaghetti.
Yeah, and Sherry's like, well, I didn't read them. That's obvious.
Right.
You're wrong. Sorry.
Yeah. I can't find
Right,
it.
good.
I can't find it. It's like
I think
Right
she's
there.
living
Right there
up
in
to
front
her
of
her. You
horrible.
open the
She's
door.
striving for the horrible person.
The blonde is
Lord.
running strong in that one.
Yes.
My wife's always saying that. She goes, the blonde is running strong in me today. Oh, dear God.
oh no.
Deanna, actually,
no.
I got to cuss a guy at work the other day.
Well, when you're an assistant manager,
Yeah.
you have a little more liberties.
Well, he come in. I guess he comes in all the time and orders something they don't have on the menu no more. And they didn't charge him for the extra patty, and he's bitching about that. And then he says, well, can I just get a large Coke? And this is after he's already paid. And it just so happened that they weren't busy and trying to get him out the door, so the lady said, no, you didn't pay for it. So he starts throwing a fit. He starts yelling at Nanner's sandwich maker. Nanner's protective of certain people, and as soon as the girl's, she's a foster kid, she has hearing aids. And she's never had a family, so Nanner's is sort of protective over her. Mm-hmm. Nanner's like, this kid's got 3 strikes from the bat, and this guy starts wanting to yell at her.
Nope.
Deanna turns around and looks at this shit ain't happening, and said, you need to shut your mouth and get out of my store right now and never come back.
That's awesome.
What you need to do, you need to teach her, or the Wendy's needs, I'm sorry, the restaurant needs to buy a Polaroid camera, and she just needs to walk up there and go, what was that for? Oh, don't worry, you'll find out next time you try to come in my store. Next time he walks in, it says, do not serve this person.
Yep.
The bitch got me with a Polaroid! Stole my soul!
A lot of places do that. That'd be funny though.
My picture used to be up on the wall of the Dark Armies.
Oh yeah.
I got a lifetime ban.
I want to test that out. See if they still remember.
I wouldn't go in there if they paid me.
I got a lifetime ban from the movie theater.
Before they sold it?
Yeah. This is back when I was a kid.
I remember when you go in there, you had to go in there and sit in the back. Or
I had to talk to Jack Mostyn before when I walked out the door.
But,
Jack said, what the hell's going on? He said, you ain't drinking, are you? I said, I ain't drinking a drop, Jack. He said, well, somebody in there thought you was drunk the way you guys was going on. I said, we was just having fun and laughing is all it was. He said, that's what I figured. He said, go home.
Those guys are rude.
I just can't watch a movie.
The boat sings at the end.
Damn it!
No, what's funny
History,
is
bitch!
Sunday when we went and saw the
The Wookiee did it.
the little bird things,
Yeah.
pogues or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently one of the guys who was there watching it wasn't very into it because like halfway through it, all we can hear is from the back row.
I went to.
His wife
Mars
is over
Attacks?
there like,
I did it in Mars Attacks. I went and watched the first re-release when Star Wars, the first one was released again.
Yeah.
I fell asleep during that.
Yeah, but Mars Attacks, weren't you sick? And we talked you into going anyway.
No, I wasn't sick.
That was a great movie.
Yeah. Best part of that movie is when I fell asleep. No,
Woody,
I've
Woody to this
watched
day
it.
will still not let me down.
Hey, I bet you. Like it's like going to see watching Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
The Japanese attack us in this movie.
I'll bet you $5 or a dinner that the
The boat
Japanese attack.
sinks.
The boat sinks. The Japanese attack us.
Damn it. People are just stupid anymore, man. It's just like
watching Apollo 11. You know, I
I watched
guarantee you
something.
they have technical issues.
Well, Brian
Yeah.
solved that question. The problem with Apollo 13.
What?
They let Forrest Gump drive.
Forrest Gump was driving.
I was watching the news. It was, I think, Nashville, Tennessee. And it pissed me off because they took down Forrest's ancestor. They had a statue of Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Yeah.
They took it down. Now, here's my thing. Every time they take one of these Civil War statues down, they do it at night.
Yeah.
Didn't that sort of tell you that they know they're doing something they probably shouldn't?
Yeah.
What was it now? There was
It's like, hey, great, you're offended by a inanimate object.
There was
We're going to take it down at night so nobody notices.
I'm not sure of the town, but there was one in Mississippi that they wanted to be politically correct, so they were taking down statues.
Yeah.
Well, they couldn't afford it to take it down. They were that poor.
Okay.
So a company or a organization was founded. They paid the state so they could take it down, and they took it to their place and set it back up.
Madison County was going to put up a statue of James Madison.
Right. But he was a slave owner.
He was a slave owner, so they can't do that now.
Well, what
He's
happens
a
if we're
founding
offended
father.
by Martin Luther King Jr., that big statue there on Madison and MLK? Will they take it
No,
down?
they just call you racist.
No shit.
You're racist if you're offended by that
I
one.
think they should take that money they're going to spend on the statue and fix some of the county roads.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, it's a city entity. They can't fix county.
No, they're putting it up at Madison County Courthouse.
Oh, that's right. Well, now they're taking out all that asbestos.
Exactly.
Well, the thing is,
Court's closed, folks.
Moose
Moose out front should have told you.
I should have told you. The Martin Luther King statue doesn't bother me at all. But if you listen to the way what Martin Luther King Jr. preached
Yeah.
and what they're doing now,
It's completely
It's
different.
completely, it was like he wanted everybody to be together and everything to be the same, like treated out all the way around. And now it's everybody needs to be separated because it's a trigger warning, and they need their own spaces. And I was like, you had that in the 50s.
yeah,
Well,
and you fought against
you
it.
didn't want it.
And
Here's the thing, though.
that was wrong then. Why is it right now?
Corporations now are finding out that all this PC stuff is hurting them in their wallets because now they have to build safe rooms and give nap time for all their new employees.
Really?
Google,
Like nap time?
no, I'm serious. Google just now spent like $1.5 billion to update all of their offices to include a quote-unquote safe room because if they're feeling stressed, they can go into the room and it's a quiet room
With video games and whatnot.
so they can de-stress. And then they have to be able to take a nap sometime during week. Paid nap.
Wow.
I'm glad people have real jobs.
$1.5
I roll my eyes
billion
any
dollars to
harder.
update all their offices.
That's okay. They're worth $740 billion.
I'm just saying though, but they're now companies are now starting to realize that what they've started is hitting them where it counts.
It's not the companies that started it. It was
Little kids who never grew up.
Always got a trophy for winning,
overprotective parents.
which is technically our fault, not us four, but our generation.
Yeah.
Well, Sam can't play ball, but he wants to play, but he's always tired
You know,
of
when
losing. Well, Sam should learn how to play better.
Yeah, when you hear the story about the college kid who goes and hands his professor his phone and says, "Here, my mom wants to talk to you, so you can explain why you gave me a D."
Because you didn't earn a better grade than
Little
them.
Jimmy knows more about what class is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is I would look at it and go, because of this shit right here, and then hung up on him and go, if you don't want to fail my class completely, get the hell out of my get the hell out of my office.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to talk to your mom. You're an adult.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. What's funny is like when I was in school, and it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it is ish now. I mean, now that I think about it, I haven't been in college for 7 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? That was been, But I was also, while I was I was actually in the field doing the job that I was going to school for. And I never seen any. I had one class that I dropped immediately. The moment I walked into the class and they proceeded to tell me that what was wrong with Western society. I went, yeah, this isn't my class. So I walked out and dropped it and picked up another archaeology class.
Sorry, my bad.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and be told that as I'm fighting to pass school just like everybody else in there. It's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the one paying to be here. Everybody else
See,
in this class has scholarships.
I take classes online. Okay. And I was taking crim classes. Everybody knows what I've done all of my life. Okay. And I'm taking a corrections class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you'll never pass that.
Oh no, I did.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
It's like real world and a class are two separate things.
Theory and actual application.
Well, the thing is the corrections class is more like how we classify offenders and all of the well, and it was like history of how it came about, and like the reformists and how it came from like the Quakers and yada yada yada. So it wasn't like a practical look at corrections. It was just like, this is how our modern form of corrections came about.
Well, shoot.
Exactly. And we have online discussions.
Oh.
Okay. And you would have 18-year-olds be like, well, I don't understand why, this happens. Why does this happen this way?
Because people break the law.
And it's like, well, you really want to know why stuff happens that way? I can tell you.
Yeah.
You're black. Oh, wait. Oh.
It's
Views
like,
expressed by Pat.
Not affected. Do not represent them.
Like, I would go on a rant and just my screen would be full of stuff that I had typed enter, and
not one person took time to read every word you wrote.
I don't care if they did or not.
The biggest offense to me along that lines is that TL whatever DR, like, well, what, and you give them a big long explanation, and then they turn around and say, too long, didn't read. I'm like, well, then,
why'd you ask?
Next time I'm going to hit you with a sledgehammer.
Yeah. It's because these guys are told what to do, not asked. We would get guys that turn 18, they bring them across the road, from the juvenile.
You're going to big boy school now.
And they'd pull them in, and they would try to pull some of the stuff like assaulting staff or whatever, and they would just get the whooped out of them.
Oh yeah.
They're like, well, you can't. I'm like, welcome to a real prison.
It's no longer child abuse, you dumbass.
Yeah, you're now an adult. Guess what? You're going to do what I say, and if you don't, I'm going to get 4 of my friends, and we're going to come make you do what I say.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is like, they come over from the kiddie jail, where they're not allowed to be touched. They have to be escorted with the officer in front, cuffed in front, and all of a sudden they come off that bus, and you guys slap the box on them, the cuff. They're like, you can't touch me! Welcome to the real world, dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no way I'm letting you walk behind me.
No.
Yeah. This is not playtime. This is like adult, and they get a really big rude awakening, and it's quite funny. Well, I don't know. Well, what you need to understand is you need to STFU.
You're an adult.
Yeah, you need to STFU and head on out there.
You need to realize is you're an adult. The world owes you nothing, but you happen to owe the state X amount of time.
And I've been sick for a while, and
We've known for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I try to go back to work, and there's like a lot of people there that thought I was just new, right? Because I'd been gone for so long.
You don't know how things work here. Excuse me for a second. Okay, I'm better now.
And we had some like guys in there, like electrical, like the electricians in there working.
Yeah.
And they're like working on some stuff, and had a guy come up, and he was bitching and moaning, and this and that and the other, and I'm just like, don't you have a counselor for this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I was like, listen, I don't care.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who you talked to up here before that actually cared, but I don't.
Yeah.
I do not care. Now, please go away. But, well, I need you to call somebody. And I'm just like, finally, I just went off on him. Like, you need to shut the f up, get the f out of my face. I'm yelling and pointing and screaming. And the sergeant, he's a young kid. He's just like shaking his head. And the guy kind of like looked at me with like a glazed over look on his face. And he's just like blinked a couple times and like walked back out to the cells.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, nope, not touching this one.
And, well, but a couple of the electrician guys, they'd been there so long, they recognized me.
Yeah.
And they were just like, holy crap. I'm like, what? They're like, do you know how long it's been since we've heard, like, one of you guys just go off like that?
You know how long it's been since we heard anybody do their job?
Right.
Well, because these kids now have no social interaction skills.
Right. They think the phone, it's all phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell anybody I want to go to hell through my phone.
Oh, yeah.
You walk up to me, you, Bill Chambers, and go to hell. What? What the hell was that? Why am I bleeding?
Yeah. I want to whoop your ass. Oh, really? Well, that's a bona fide threat. No, I'm really going to whoop your ass.
The pen is mightier than the sword. Not in this instance.
The penis is mightier.
the penis is mightier.
Hey, Mayweather, what? He just called you gay. Oh, really? I'll show you gay. Come here. That's kind of gay, Mayweather. There's a difference between gay and prison gay.
It's about showing dominance. It's all a dominance display.
Yeah.
It's what we learned in the animal kingdom.
You got to do what you got to do.
Well, only gay for the stay. I don't know. It's sometimes I really hate like interacting with
People? Yeah, I know.
well, no, it's just like but there was like a couple on there that got it, and the lady teaching it actually worked in Newcastle at the prison, right? And she was like,
a private funded prison.
yeah, she's like, you don't know how like refreshing it was having you in class.
Actually speaking truth.
Yeah, because you're telling these guys and gals that are wanting to go into this line of work that this is how it is. This is how shit happens, and
Not how they want it to be.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
how they think it'll be.
yeah, this
I don't know how many times, like, explaining it to anything to the younger, just in general.
Well, they tell you when you go to class, when you first get hired at the prison, that you go to school for 2 weeks, and then you come back and get your real education.
yeah.
It's just like, I was explaining to
Pretty much.
RJ and his friends. I was like, well, we'll do this and this and this. I said, well, let me tell you how the real world works. You have no education. You have no experience. You have no nothing. You have nothing that attracts anybody other than McDonald's.
I can serve you a Big Mac.
I was like, so even if you go to school and get the fancy degree and whatnot, if you don't get it in something that's relevant to a specific skill, you just better learn, would you like fries with that? Because that's the only job that you're going to be able to get.
Right.
Well, that's not right. Well, it doesn't matter what's right. The world doesn't owe you crap.
Yep.
It's not a special place and whatever. You don't have it. Nothing has to make you feel like you belong. All you have to do is get a job, pay your bills, and move along.
You mean I got to pay my own bills?
It's like,
That's not fair.
It's like,
That's like-
nobody's going to give you a chance in this world because they don't owe you anything.
Yeah, tell him come up, show up at our job site, and I'll let him run equipment for about 2 minutes before I throw his ass off and tell him go home. You're done.
You think about it. Now the new regulations for graduation, they have to show some kind of work skill. Starts with Bobby's class. So Shelby, everything. Now they have to take the SAT.
They have to take the
They
SAT,
have- they
even
have
if
to
they're
take-
not going to.
Doesn't matter. They have to take the SAT, the CAT. what's the other one that's not the SAT?
Well, you had the SAT,
ACT.
ACT,
They have
and
to
then
take that one.
ASVAB.
They have to take both of those, and now they have to show.
Well, they can't take an ASVAB.
Yeah, no
If
ASVAB.
they're going to the military,
Can
they
they take an
They
ASVAB?
can take an
Okay.
ASVAB. Yep.
So they have to take two out of the 3 or 4 state tests that there are. They have to take both of those, and they have to show plausible work experience before they can graduate.
They have to, basically.
Well, I can see it in the sense of requiring people to have, like getting out and getting a, like, hey, well, you get a summer job.
What they're heading back to with doing that is
Work at the pool.
Yeah.
I wasn't a lifeguard, but I worked at the pool. I was the slide guy the year that they brought it in.
I worked out at the park, cleaning toilets, picking up trash, emptying trash cans,
Working a summer job, yeah.
Yeah.
mowing, running a weed eater.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that every Friday you got a chance to go out and have fun for the weekend, and you got to come back and do it all over again.
Yeah.
You had this thing called money.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Schools, I think, are starting to head back to where they're starting to teach something called skilled trades.
Yeah.
Not ELEC, because they've already got rid of all of those and made them classrooms for adding 2 other grades into the damn building.
The thing is, that's where a lot of the jobs of the future are. Is
Well,
skilled
the
trades.
simple fact is there's like 70,000 unfilled jobs in Indiana
Because nobody can do them.
because nobody is, and everybody goes to college. Nobody wants to be a plumber, or nobody wants to go to be trying to be an electrician, or
I can show you a job
welder.
tomorrow that nobody wants to do.
well, I have to rip my whatever the smelling gland because I can't think right now. My head's stuffed up. Now would be the perfect time. I can't smell anything anyway.
I'll tell you what, you work where I do for a week.
Your
you
sinus
won't
is
smell
drained.
it. You won't smell it.
Everybody
Oh
else.
yeah, that was proven to me by the guy who drives the dead animal truck.
Oh, God.
It's like, how in the hell do you even?
Honestly,
smell it after
You just
a while.
get used to smelling it?
honestly,
You're
if
done,
I
it's
could
fine.
get a
We was
job,
working down in a little town in southern Indiana, and thank God it wasn't the middle of summer,
Is it,
Oh,
was it
geez.
reclaimed? Not reclaimed.
because that's where one of the biggest incinerators for dead farm animals was.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's a federal offense if you take your horse and bury it.
You can bury your own horse on your property.
Well, somebody told me it wasn't.
No.
But, you have to drag them. And here's the funny thing about it is, it's called the reclaim truck. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You have to drag it out to the road, let it sit there until he can get by to get it. So it may sit there a week
or 2.
or 2.
Yeah, they come by and take them to an incinerator.
Yeah,
By that time, it's just the bones.
Yeah.
Well, when the horse got hit on 9, it got out of its stable and got on the 9, and somebody couldn't stop in time and smacked it.
That must have been like hitting a moose. I mean, like,
Oh, the car was totaled. The horse was flopping around on the road because it was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And the state police, it took like 5 shots to actually hit it.
that's not surprising.
So not only was there was gunplay, but now there was ricochets they had to worry about because it was on the road flipping and flopping around. They were trying to get close enough to shoot it, and no state cop just wanted to walk up and pop it. So they were trying to shoot it at a distance.
Oh, Jesus.
And then
center mass. That will.
no, they were trying for the headshot.
I understand that, but you still.
But that's the thing on a horse.
But
Where the brain's at is
Really hard to. I mean, it's
Same thing with a cow. You got to put it between the eyes.
right. So they called the state.
Just a little
Yeah,
higher.
they called the
Because it's
state, and they're
thick
like,
right here.
they're like, so we had to come out there.
But yeah, there's a sweet spot on the forehead, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the cops were like, we were expecting to show up. There's a dead animal. We were going to take it and go. When we got there, we weren't told it was a horse. We weren't told it was still alive.
oh, Jesus.
I would have walked over to the cop car and said, "Can you hand me that shotgun for a
I
second?"
just asked the cop, I said, do you want me to shoot that myself? Because you guys suck. He just kind of looked at me, and I said, you want me to arrest you? For what? Telling the truth? I said, give me 5 seconds. Give me that shotgun. I'll walk up there and
No,
pull
no,
his head off, and we'll go back to work.
I would look at him and you're like, "You want me to arrest you? Why? You want to do my job?"
So they finally hit it enough to calm it down so they could walk up there and kill it.
You mean it lost enough blood
Probably.
to finally?
Yeah.
And then, after all that, not to mention traffic was still going by, after all that, people were calling in and bitching to the state because we used a payloader to load the horse into the dump truck.
Well, how else are you going to lift a 900-pound
Yeah, have they not
animal?
seen people like burying horses? They still have to use
I mean, it's like give
Heavy
me
equipment.
a break.
We were in high school, and pig farmer. He doesn't have the pigs no more, but they found a dead one. So they went back. It's like, how are we going to get it back? We'll just tie it off and pull it with a truck.
Yeah,
summer.
No.
Yeah,
That came off, didn't it?
no. They realized when they hit the rock, and
Oh,
it
it
was
split open.
yeah.
I can tell you that for a fact, all right, undeniable fact, that it is not fun to dig a horse-sized hole with a shovel.
Well, no.
If you use my shovel, it's not bad.
No.
Well, yeah, yours
Your
is
shovel
pneumatic.
takes diesel.
My shovel got hydraulics.
No,
I
go
couldn't get anybody out to the house to dig a hole.
along those lines, though, about like putting it up in a whatever to use it to load the animal. It's like, well, okay, next time we'll bring chainsaws.
Yeah.
I got a Chetty
Like in-
story.
You got a Chetty story?
Yeah,
Like we'll use chainsaws and cut it up and then just hand load
I
it.
didn't even try it.
Yeah, like in
No, he gave up.
Again.
not meatballs.
But, no, me and Chetty,
what was
are
that
working.
movie?
and we're out by a farm.
Animal House.
And this guy goes back. We see him pulling with a tractor, and he says, "It's probably gonna stink here in a minute." He said, "I gotta go back there and get a dead cow and a dead calf." Middle of summer, 95 degrees. That's not the heat index.
Yummy.
He gets him in a bucket. Coyotes, she gave birth. Coyote got him and stuff like that. I look over, and Chetty is actually looking around. The smell is so bad. Chetty is actually looking around for cigarette butts and
Stuffing them up his
stuffing
nose.
them up his nose. And it was a smell that
Yeah, that's...
it's like it gets up in your nasal cavity, and you can't get rid of it.
We would purposely carry Vaseline or like Vicks vapor rub.
Put it under your nose.
Put under anytime we were doing surveys in areas that had stuff like that.
What
I
is
watched
it
that movie,
the
too.
Silence of the Lambs? They had to put the...
Yeah, that's what it
It was
was.
a Vicks.
That's like I said. I watched that movie too.
Something about, they said if you smell too much of that, you can actually die from it or something like that?
What, a Vicks?
No.
The putrescine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It just stinks.
You can't. It's something. I don't know if
Nothing
it
like
actually gets
decomp.
stuck up in your nose, or it's so bad that you can't.
Not unsmell it.
Exactly.
Like, you just smell it forever.
You don't want to open your mouth because
That's
of
a
the age-old thing.
huge
I don't
smell.
want that in my mouth. But then you're like, but
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm breathing through my mouth.
Yeah. You're puking one way or the other.
Okay, we got to pay the bills again.
Yep.
So
That
this
goes
is,
fast.
Yeah, this is the Man Cave at geekpublicradio.com. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
At least they're still going to do something.
Oh, I
We're still
understand.
talking like we never stop talking,
No.
except
I
we're
mean,
talking politics off the air because that's
Yeah.
wanna-
It's
wanna-
safer.
you want to make somebody's head spin. Just politics.
Oh yeah.
Fastest way to get in an
Religion.
argument or a fight: politics or religion.
Oh, yeah.
Or my family.
Yeah,
Not saying you talk bad about my family, just my family opening their mouth.
I talk bad about your. I mean, I love your family. Actually, I do love most of your family.
One of the ones you
I just
know. I hide the rest
politics
in the
is-
basement.
It's just sort of funny because originally they wanted the corporate tax rate at 20%, and somebody finally bitched enough, and then they finally agreed to it. It's now 21%. I mean, 1% when it's that much money is a good chunk still.
Yeah.
But what's this person going to come out and say? Well, they wanted to drop it to 20, and I made them go to 21. Well, I'm a big shot now.
Well,
Well,
what
no,
was
you
it?
What the hell's the bragging rights on 1%?
The Speaker of the House. Drawing a blank. Help me out.
Ryan? Is it Paul Ryan?
Paul Ryan.
George Lucas?
George Lucas. George Lucas.
Yeah, Ryan.
Paul Ryan was like, I'm not going to vote for this tax bill because they don't have enough money in it for.
And that was Rubio.
Was that Rubio?
We're talking about
Mark Rubio.
the
Ta-
tax.
child tax
Child
credit.
tax credit. They wanted he wanted $2,000, or no, they wanted 1,000,
And he wanted 2.
and he wanted 2, and they settled on 14.
Did they say? I thought
Yeah,
they got.
it's
I thought he got
14.
the full 2.
No, it's 14 now.
14. But what I honestly
raise it once my kids start moving out, you pricks.
Well, now you have
You got a brand new one next year.
Yeah,
You can claim
yeah.
her, unless you want to be a
Actually-
jerk like me and try to claim them this year. I'm a jerk.
Hey, when you're talking about you being a jerk, I'm over here going, you had him over 6 months.
Oh yeah, we've had them since May.
So it's illegal for him to say, because they are your dependent.
You want to get into the legalities of things that he's done to us?
Well,
And
that's
I'm the
what-
jerk.
And like I said, make him sit in jail.
Working on it. I mean,
I honestly think they should go to a flat tax.
Tennessee has a flat tax. Love it. They pay like $7 for plates.
Okay, you made $30,000. Well, you pay 7% on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You made $80,000.
No,
You pay
no.
7% of that.
No deductions, no workarounds, no loopholes. You made $30,000. You pay 7% on that. Everybody. You made $100,000. You pay 7% on that.
But here's the thing, though. Tennessee has the flat tax, and I think it is 7%. It's 7% on food. It's 7%
When
on...
people mention flat tax, it's usually between 7 and 9% is what they figure.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Tennessee has never come close to being in the red. They're
Well-
always in the black.
Well, but they also have the hills. That if those people came down from the hills, they would be in the red.
Look, man, Jim might listen to this. You can't be insulting his family.
But not
I
only
always do.
not only would you simplify the tax code, okay,
You would break the tax code.
because it would be one page.
Right, but I mean, the
It's-
problem with that
would
is
be-
like, so if you're saying like you're getting rid of along those lines, you're getting rid of the mortgage deduction. You'd be getting
Yep.
rid of student loan deductions.
Yep.
You'd be getting rid of mileage deductions.
Yep.
You'd be getting rid of child care deductions.
Yep.
And all that stuff. So
Yes.
you basically, the people who don't pay any taxes now
Won't get any back.
won't get anything back, and they'll never go for it.
So
Because that's like 50% of the people.
You mean I got to work for the money that I got?
60% of the people who pay taxes won't go for it because
but
they
the thing
actually have to
is,
start paying taxes.
all right. But the thing is
You mean
they would have to start paying taxes. But all right, the people that make, where they talk about, the rich don't pay their fair share. Well, you know what? Everybody
Pays their fair share.
pays 7 to 9%.
Right, but then that's racist.
Okay.
No,
Everybody.
I'm just telling you I'm giving you the arguments. That is anti-poor, anti-middle class, whatever.
I'm not even sure I
And-
remember what the definition of racism is anymore.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just giving you what they say on television.
Are you
now.
white?
I think that would be.
Then,
Yeah, I think
You're
so.
racist.
I'm
You're
racist. Okay.
That's
I
what the
think-
definition is now, I
So
think.
wait a minute. Let me just rifle off the things that I am now. I'm rude.
racist,
I am racist. I'm
a bigot,
I don't know if I'm a business.
Anti-Semitic.
You got that damn
Okay,
friend named
anti-Semite.
Kyle.
Yeah, I'm looking for my friend Kyle. I never can find him.
I'm trying to seek out Kyle.
you're redneck.
I'm a redneck, and what is it the jackass calls me? Oh, I'm untrustworthy.
Well, you have that.
I'm running
But-
a list, and he must be going through the Webster dictionary going, what's a new word I can call him this week?
He can't spell Webster.
But I'm telling you, all
How
right.
do you spell Webster?
Well, after reading the
looking for a
dictionary,
dictionary.
everything
How do you
else
spell
is
Webster?
derivative.
Do what?
After reading the dictionary, everything else is derivative.
Okay, but the thing is, during the year, all right, everybody that has to take all those deductions at the end of the year, or whatever,
Uh-huh.
would have more money.
They would.
Right, but you're not. But that's not how stupidity thinks.
I know.
But I can't claim I babysit my friend's kids, and she can't claim she babysat mine, so I get my $5,000 tax check.
Yeah, I love
Right,
people
well,
who
you know-
sit on their porch all day drinking beer,
And then
make
get $5,000
get $5 to $10 grand back by just sitting there
when
having
they
babies.
when they pay like $1,000 in and they get $5,000 back. That you'll have those people saying that it's racist and this, that, and the other.
I gotta go get my food stamps. Would you start up the Denali?
Angie goes back to work January 8th, which puts us in a tax bracket we've never been in before.
Well,
Hey,
that's-
it went down.
Yeah, you're now.
I'm getting up there where the tax breaks really help me.
What is it? 20? 29.
What's funny is they were
28.
talking about, like, you know, for a couple, you don't even have to start worrying about paying taxes until after you reach $24,000. I was like, great, we don't pay taxes.
I can show you where FICA says that's a lie.
But that's the thing is, like, you know,
If I find that son of a bitch, I'm gonna break his leg.
people would have, you know, more money during the whole year.
No, I totally follow that, and I understand it. But I also see things the way that, you know, people are talking and the way people are acting now. The moment they don't get anything back on their taxes is the moment they start claiming that, you know, why should they be taking money out of my pocket? Why should they do it? And they're still not paying their fair share. They're paying whatever, just the same amount as we do. Even though, in the same situation...
when you said paying the same amount as we do, that's just throw that argument out the window.
I know.
You want to see something
beats
that's...
me. It makes me want to just hit people with a sledgehammer.
You know, I understand.
I'm just going to walk through the mall
I'm
and
going
go...
to smack you with my stupid stick.
You want to see something amazing? Food banks. You know, they go to these certain locations where they unload a semi-truck, right?
I worked out in front of a food bank in Seymour, Indiana. And right across the street, I'm not sure why, but a Coke truck parked there. 2 cars pull up and set for about a half hour to 45 minutes to see if the Coke truck is taking shit into the food bank because they want to know if they're going to get free Coke.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. But no, you want to see something that's really amazing? You think food banks, they do a great thing. People that are down on their luck.
See some of the cars that
The
walk
food-
in there.
The cars that pull in there, I can't even afford, and I make pretty good money now.
They're on their smartphones smoking Marlboros.
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord, Denali's, Lincolns,
Some of the people,
300s.
some of the people that go in there,
Hummers!
it does help. I'm not saying that people don't need help.
Well, no,
Yeah.
there's a difference thing. You know, there are people who really need help, and then there's people who spend all of their money on their car and live in the really bad places. That, you know, they're like, I have, you know, this really jacked out car with these really nice rims. And,
Well, it's not that. It's a $300 car with a $1,300 radio in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
$2,500
Yeah,
wheels.
it's all held together with duct tape and baling wire, but
But look
it's
at
got
them
really
$5,000 rims.
got nice rims and a nice system in it.
Brother, I work 60 hours a week, and I can't afford $5,000 rims. How in the hell do you do it?
The ones that gets me is those rims that got the
Payday
$100
loans.
bills on them. Why the hell would you want a pair of rims with picture of $100 bills on it?
No idea.
I don't remember the last time I saw a $100 bill. I've seen 20s that add up to $100.
What was that?
What the hell?
It was on I think it was Comedy Central. It was
You need to tell Jim to
when
stop
they made fun of the
shitting.
cartoons. They had one guy was like Superman, another guy was like Zelda.
Oh yeah. It's like Adult Swim, and they do.
No, it was a
Had another thing that looked like Pokemon.
Yeah.
And another one looked like a princess.
Robot Chicken.
Was it Robot?
No, it wasn't
no,
Robot
no, it
Chicken.
was like-
this
Same
was an actual
station.
cartoon series.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They did it for 2 or 3 years.
Wasn't cartoon. It
But they
was,
had the black girl on there, the stereotypical black girl, and
Drawn
together.
Drawn together, yeah.
But they had the show where the Pokemon, you know, the Chinese character, starts taking tests for the black girl, and Mr. Bill, you know, Bill of Rights, the Mr.
Yeah.
Bill, he said they're starting to throw him in prison, and he basically explained it that if black people got smart, nobody'd be buying the stupid shit we keep making.
Well, you know, somebody finally was either stupid enough or if they think it's funny, but they're trying to cause a stake now that the Simpsons are racist.
I've heard something about that.
And they realize that if you watch The Simpsons, every actor or character in The Simpsons is based on the stereotypical,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
person. They're
Like
they're drawn that way.
Yeah, like Apu owns a Quickie Mart.
Right.
and has like 27 children.
You know,
Yeah.
Has
And-
big ass slippery machines.
Yeah.
Chief Quimby is a donut eating,
He looks like a donut.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's like people are like, well, that shouldn't be on the air. That's blah, blah. It's drawn that way, and it's been on for what, 20 years?
27
Yeah.
years now.
I think The Simpsons is okay. You know,
I actually seen something on Facebook the other day that said something about we need to get over all this PC
Good,
bullshit,
PC is
and
killing our
just get
nation.
back to offending everybody.
Yeah.
Well, my problem with it is a lot of stuff that you see, like people like complaining about. One of the things is people complaining, like, go to that job where they pay you $14 an hour for an hour of your life.
Yeah.
I was like, do you realize what you used to do before you had to do that?
Yeah.
How would you like to work 18 hours a day just to eat?
Yep.
Yeah.
What was it they made? It's a Wonderful Life, a popular show right now. He made $40 a week.
Well, here's the thing for you. My wife's got a bachelor's degree. She now has a couple years' experience in her field. Good paying job right now is $17 an hour. So all you college students who think you're going to come out and make $100,000 a year,
Kylie will show you the difference in that. Her field, they say a starting out person, and a first year person in her field, which is scientific shit,
Yeah.
$75,000. Bullshit.
it's
No company's going to pay somebody for a greenhorn $75,000.
no. You have to have 2-3 years' experience.
No, they
Right.
will. They will. If you're in California or New York, where
Cost of living is
cost
crazy.
of living is so high,
Right, but it's not.
that's when they
Where
will
you're
pay
paying
that.
$2,000 a
Or-
month for a
Or you
one-room
work
bedroom.
for the feds. I sent Kylie a job.
Lily.
No, working for the Department of Veterans. All right, working in a lab.
See now, Angie, once she gets her master's,
Good, pretty good money for just being Muncie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once Angie gets her master's, pay rate goes up to roughly starting out at $70 a year.
Yeah. Well,
My job field, they say it starts out at 50.
it's okay. I switched my.
I can see that though. My job. Train Monkey can do my job.
They try to claim one can do mine.
I think I've seen a monkey do mine.
Trunk monkey.
I don't know.
Trunk monkey. I love the trunk monkey.
Being
Hey,
able
was
to
this your
brush
monkey?
stuff off with a bucket.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing though. Don't ever tell the guys at IMI or what's the paving company down here?
EMB.
EMB, that the guy that holding the stop sign can be replaced by a bucket of sand.
Yeah,
You'll
they
sit
don't,
there for a while.
they don't like that.
Don't give me no shit. You can be replaced by a bucket of sand.
I'm still in school, but I just changed my major. Right?
Basket weaving wasn't working for you?
No.
Gay playwright.
Underwater basket weaving. I get claustrophobic, so.
Well, I was wondering when you're going to go ahead and move away from what you've done for so many years.
But
I was hoping
No,
you
right,
stick.
right.
I was hoping
What
you
you can't
yeah.
do what you can no longer do.
Yeah, and that's the revelation I came to. Right? It was like
You
last
should have stuck
quarter-
with that because then you could identify it as a mermaid.
Oh, that's right. You could have had a new classification.
Ooh,
what are you
yeah,
today,
yeah.
Bill? I'm a mermaid. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, you got
I've got to
people
be
trying
to
to
do
be
my
unicorns.
skill.
What bathroom do you use if you're a mermaid? Excuse me, you don't have a mermaid
The
bathroom?
ocean,
A pond, a lake, a stream.
anywhere a fish goes.
He's
Yeah.
peeing out in public. That's
Mermaid's
It's okay,
right.
I'm a mermaid.
he's a mermaid. Oh, he can't touch him. He's
Mermaid's
a mermaid.
right. Mermaid's
Mermaid's right.
No,
That's
get
like
it right.
the- that's
Free
like
the
the-
mermaid.
The
Get
white,
it, listen, you get it right now. I'm a mer person.
yeah. Be like the guy in Florida,
I'm leaving.
the white guy that wants to identify as a Philippines or
I'm out.
I identify as a millionaire. You guys got to start treating me that way.
Sayonara.
I want to identify as a Washington politician because I don't work half the year.
Right?
It's cocked and loaded. That was
Topher
my
down.
nipple.
You're supposed to
It's
do it
stuck.
sideways. But, return fire. But, no, I came to that revelation. I was like, I'm taking a final. And I did really,
I'm
really.
never going to be able to use this.
Yeah, I did.
ever.
I did really well. I mean,
Well, your wife has a degree in
Criminal justice.
You can't use it.
Well, she can, but she can't pass the physical.
Oh, I was
right.
going to say mental thing. I was like, woo.
Well, she never got there because
That's
she
an
can't pass the
argument waiting to
physical.
happen.
Can't pass the physical.
all right. So, and that's what the
She gets disability from the Navy for a reason. She can't pass the physical to do the other stuff.
She can do my job.
So
I want to do your job, but
You can't pass the CDL physical.
right?
But what gets me is like
Neither can I. It's okay.
I switched it, and then I'm looking. It's like,
Are you
like
doing IT now?
yeah,
Are you going to be one of those smart people?
So you're going to come over and work on my computer,
sure,
so I don't have to.
yeah.
Awesome.
But
Because I really don't know what I'm doing. I guess.
I got another year to go before I get to my degree.
You know what?
Yeah.
IT.
Angie's
IT
actually
people
gonna
are their thing is basically I can Google better than you can.
right.
Angie's actually going to be a licensed therapist by the time she gets done.
But I actually got on
Maybe we should figure out why your daughter's so
like
such an
the
asshole.
She's already been warned, don't try to diagnose family.
I learned that as soon as
What
I got
about
my
friends?
psychology
The
degree.
teachers actually tell them that.
Do the friends? Can the
as,
friends?
as soon as I got my psychology degree, I was looking around and I was like, yeah, I'm not even, because
Yeah.
my
They
everybody's
tell you
fucked
to.
up.
Yep. They tell you
Everybody
don't even
is.
try.
everybody has something wrong with something.
Well, what they say
got a
is when you go into
psychology degree?
when you get a psychology degree,
Can you admit people?
no. I don't have the continuation on the stuff. I have the base understanding of all that.
But
I
I'm
guess
pretty
as a
sure your
social
wife
worker, Angie
can.
can.
Yeah, she can easily.
As a social
Probably.
worker, Angie can. I
Yeah.
think she can
if
commit
if
somebody
if
for
I went
72
into,
hours.
If I went into social work, then I could.
Yeah.
Hey, can she give me 3 days off coming up?
Yeah, 72-hour hold. We can talk about this right now.
I don't know if it'd really be a vacation or not.
Here,
but-
wait. Can I go now?
Well, no. All they have to do is listen to the show.
Oh,
Right. It's like,
I already told her. I said, don't even try me because I'm already in the head. I said, they say if you work at least a minimum of 1 year in a prison, you'll never pass a test again normal. I didn't pass it normal before I started, but
Right.
You never passed a psych eval?
I had one.
I have.
You know what's really fun with those?
What's that?
Answer the questions as just thinking,
Truthful
what
as you
mood?
can.
No, what mood would I be in? Oh, I was pissed off, so I'd probably do this one on that one. If I was in a good mood, I'd let that slide. If I was pissed off, I'd do this.
And it
Yeah.
comes back that you're borderline personality disorder
No,
with
it
high
comes-
histrionics.
It comes back you're aggressive, and passive-aggressive.
You're
Basically-
you're aggressively passive.
Yeah. Basically, it says I'm a time bomb.
Don't go near him. Why? He's a
But I
ticking
did.
time bomb.
That's how I answered it, depending on what mood I
You're
was
going to be
in.
on Mindhunters next time Netflix goes on.
Oh,
You know who we can talk to? What? Brian Humphrey.
Nice.
He's taking visitors now.
Yeah. But yeah, just answer the questions on what mood you're in, because it really,
Everything
truthfully,
depends on the mood.
if you're mad, if somebody says something to him, you might just automatically smack him. If you're in a really good mood that day and somebody says something to you, it's like, okay, they're having a bad day, and you just walk on.
Well, see, that's the thing is, what's funny is like learning through all this stuff. I let a lot of stuff slide. A lot of
Exactly.
people claim it was my entire high school career of smoking weed that made me just really a mellow person. No, it was the psychology classes. I've got to the point where like it takes a lot to get me to be like, all right, enough. As you saw Saturday, but
Not me. I missed it, which is
Look,
probably a good
man,
thing.
I had to
'cause-
pee and somebody was in the bathroom, so I was peeing in a furnace. All right, enough. Sorry, but your house is going to smell like urine for the
The sink at McDonald's?
No.
Oh, I've done that.
I've done that
So,
before.
so I really did. I switched my major. Okay. And
Bill is the guy that gets us back on topic.
then I
ADD.
get on. No.
It swings back around sometime.
Ah, bitch.
Yeah. I get online to the federal job website just to see what's on there. And
That's what Angie likes looking at.
yeah,
Federal
yeah.
government pays really good.
Right?
My level right now
Right.
is $25 an hour
For
for my education in my job. The federal rate wages for an archaeologist, Field Tech 1 is or Field Tech 3, which is where I'm at. Field Tech 3 is
Yeah, you want to be a Field Tech 1.
no it goes the other direction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Field Tech 1s are like 20.
Like
An
GS6
hour.
pays better than a GS1. But
What are you?
the
I'm a GS11.
internship I applied for, all right?
It doesn't even do that. It's it's like
Angie's internship is $31 an hour if she gets on this place.
as
Right.
an intern. Like
Yeah.
most internships is like you work for us for free. You're our
Yeah.
slave.
No,
But
no, no,
don't
no, no,
let
no.
her wear a blue dress.
The-
Interns who wear blue dresses get evil things done to them.
Yeah.
Like I applied for the IT internship. Okay, it pays more than what I made at the prison.
Oh, I believe it.
And
Oh my God, I'm doing this.
I was looking at, because they're hiring for IT people up in Marion and at different places, like...
At the vet hospital?
Yeah.
Can you send me that link? Because I have a guy who literally has all his stuff except for one thing. And that's the one certification that's going to get him fired from Ball Memorial.
USAjobs.gov.
Okay, because he's literally like, I can't pass this one last test. I always fail it by 3 points every time I take it, and it's $50 to take it. And if you don't pass it, they don't cover the cost of it.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, and I'm getting to the point. He goes, I'm getting to the point where I can't afford to take it again, so I'm going to lose my job. He goes, and for some reason, I can sit down in front of a computer and do the job. Like, these problems come up, they're there. You ask me about them on a test, and I can't think of it.
Yeah, a lot of people have problems with testing. But
I'm the same way. Like, you sit down and ask me over the phone, hey, my computer is messed up. This is what it's doing. It's like, I draw a blank, and you say, well, if you put it in front of me, I'll be able to sit down and just do it if you sit in front of me. Walking you through how to fix it, I can't think of how to do it.
yeah.
So they bring it over, and I go...
IT guys never leave the basement, and they never answer their phone anyway, so...
So, USA Jobs?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll send that to him.
There is I shit you not, on USA Jobs, there is a truck driving job. All they do is deliver medical supplies to another hospital. They don't touch it. They don't get out of their truck. They don't do nothing. $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like-
Angie's government. What Angie's going into, government job starts at 90.
Yeah. The IT, the entry level IT up there is that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, why am I not?
Well,
why
Obama
did I-
had them IT guys that it's turned a big stink fest now, but they were making 100. There's also in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
$170,000 a year for an IT guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the ones that they're trying to
Brenner.
claim all kinds of crazy stuff on now. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, I just do remember they said they made $170,000 a year.
Yeah. Brenner sent me a couple pictures, right?
Yep.
And his wife.
Stop sending naked pictures of himself. He needs to
No.
stop that.
His
Hot monkey
wife,
sex? His wife with hot monkey sex? That's not right.
No, his
She's
wife
into dinosaurs,
for
I
Christmas
hear.
bought him a
Sampler
selection of sampler beer. See,
Ooh.
right?
Nice.
And even better was the other thing she bought him. A Glenlivet.
Ooh.
A bottle of Glenlivet with a couple of like the really expensive Glenlivets as samples.
Oh, nice. 12-year-old scotch? Scotch.
One's 12, the other one's 15, and the other one's probably way older than that.
Don't drink the one way older than that.
Well, yeah, you drink
That's
it.
what I'm chugging first.
And my response to it was, and women think it's hard to find us gifts. You know where the liquor store is at? You know where the gun store is at? It's not that hard to find me something.
I just want a steak and a... Never mind. There's a day for that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's... Yeah.
A hat.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There you go.
Speaking of clothes,
An HD
that
hat.
shirt,
Yeah.
awesome. It's comfortable as hell.
I figured it might be.
But
It was that or a hoodie.
I'd wear the shit out of that, too.
Yeah. I told
Thank you.
Angie, I said she couldn't go wrong with either one.
I was going to wear that shirt tonight, but it was dirty.
Yeah.
and like me,
I wrapped my own gift. Well, no. Angie wrapped it tonight. When we bought yours, I bought my own Christmas gift.
Hey,
I got another one of those $70 shirts for $22.
hell yeah,
Black Friday at a Harley dealership.
hell yeah.
oh,
No,
hey, speaking of...
I wanted a new pocket knife. That's like the thing is like she goes out and it's like Menards has
Menards.
those like really nice assisted opening Kershaws.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, usually for like $15 or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody here.
I'm like, that's what I want.
Yeah. Was it last year? Yeah, last year for my dad. I just remember as a kid, he had one of them 2 or 3 blade little case knives, and he always carried it with him. He carries the ones where you swap out the razor blades now.
Yeah.
Founders Reserve.
But remember that as a kid, I went ahead and bought him a little case pocket knife last Christmas.
Yeah.
This year I got him something else because we just walking around.
Fyodor's
Menards,
Stone
go figure.
Imperial Russian Stout.
How many damn samplers of beer did he get?
A bunch.
I've still yet
The
to try
man can
Guinness.
drink. Guinness?
Yeah.
It's okay.
7
Guinness
or 8
Dark,
of
you
them.
gotta chew.
Is it real bitter? Or
Guinness Dark? I didn't think it was.
I've just never.
Jim would be able to tell you. Chambers would be able to tell you better than we would.
About the worst I've got is like a red tinted beer. I've just never.
No,
Like I
the
said,
one in
if-
Milwaukee,
If
everybody hated but me.
Oh, that was terrible.
no, I've had red beers that tasted okay before though.
Yeah.
But like I told Clay at one time, if I want to drink out of white, whatever, I just go get me a mug and dip it
Yeah.
because that's what Guinness looked like to me.
It's dark.
No,
that
there's
one
shit
he had?
floating in it.
Well, yeah, it's hops.
Yeah, like White River.
No, that's bacteria.
White River after a storm. That's what the hell Guinness looked like to me.
They take the really, they make it, and the stuff that's really light on top is Harp, and the really the really dark heavy stuff on the bottom is Guinness.
How do you know when it's ready to go? Can
look,
you chew it? Yeah, it's good to go.
you can get a flight to Colorado for like $99, I guess.
Yeah.
One way?
Easy.
I don't know one way or not, but
Well, because you can get to Colorado.
we're
and
going to
you
the
can
damn Coors plant.
Let's go.
That's what our trip's going to be
Coors
one
plant.
time.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And you go to Coors, you get to pick which beers you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jimmy went there.
Really?
But you get out to Colorado, there's all kinds of shit to do out there.
Yeah.
Not for this man. Not if he wants to keep his job.
We'll go for a week, and we'll partake when we first get there.
I'll take Sunday and Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll have to stop.
I'll have to ask my boss.
Oh, no, wait. I only need 3 days. That, you work. I need a new job. Jim needs to hire my ass. I was talking to Libby today, and since where I work, I can't do the New Year's Eve party that Jim always has,
Yeah.
and I can't partake in any of the food. Because when I eat that much food, I'm usually down for a day.
Food
So I'm not
coma.
going to be able to eat very much when I go to the party. I'll be there till like 8 o'clock, and then I got to
Say he
leave.
found a boneless prime roast for. I think he's already bought it. I asked him tonight what we need to bring. He's supposed to let everybody know. He's going to put it on the.
I ain't bringing shit because I'm only
Put
there
it
till
up.
8. Now, Libby, she can bring whatever she wants.
A wiener.
I'll bring my wiener.
I'm going to bring the rest of that bottle of Green Apple Crown.
Wiener.
I would say I'd bring in this, but it's dead.
Yeah, you killed it.
2 sittings.
All I know is
Alcoholic.
I'm off next week.
But I don't
and I'm
do
gonna
it
get the
very
paycheck,
often.
and I think I'm going to run to Payless and see how much of that stuff like that, because it always goes on sale.
Mm-hmm.
See what I can find. I got to take the kids to the Muncie Mall so they can do their thing.
You know what's funny is like everybody laughs at me like, oh man, you drink a lot. Only with my friends. Like when you guys are around, either you're driving me to drink or you're encouraging me to drink. You guys are a bunch of enabling bastards.
Fuck yeah, we are.
I don't remember
I'll
one person
drink up,
saying
I have
butter-
no clue what you're talking about.
Drink up, Buttercup.
I don't remember one person saying anything about drinking what you're drinking. I offered you a beer.
Well, yeah, but I really
It's a
can't.
gateway drink.
Well, I
So
can't
do
really
we-
do a whole lot of these because of the gluten in it. So
Colorado Springs.
this is gluten
Is
free.
that the airport we want to go to?
Hell, I don't know if it gets me to Colorado.
Denver?
That's fine.
When do we depart?
Tomorrow.
I think Denver flying to Denver on Frontier is like $15.
Yeah, but that's Frontier. They're out there duct taping the engine.
Well, no, I like Frontier. Frontier's really nice. You know, I flew to Vegas on it a couple times, and
I'll bet you go through Atlanta.
My thing is,
no,
now
we went through Denver.
I've got to.
Denver's the Frontier hub.
We got to see what happens because I'm pretty sure I'm raising another girl for the rest of my life, or the rest of her life.
Yeah.
So we'll
Might as well
just
just say the rest
say
of your life.
So that will change.
we'll go
how
out
I can
there
plan
for.
things.
Well, yeah, but it also increases your tax bracket or your deductions.
Yeah, you'll have more money not to do anything.
See, we'll come.
I wouldn't
back
trade her
on
for the world, but there's a reason that I waited this long to buy a motorcycle. And
I might
stuff
trade
like
them for
that.
the world. If I can trade one kid and get the world, that's a fair trade.
Yeah.
Because you'll
Yeah.
get the kid back eventually because it's the world.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking at this all wrong. There's a woman that all you have to do is say, "Hey, I have a baby. Will you watch the baby for a while we go ride?"
Will she watch 3 babies?
I don't know about that.
Uh-huh.
She might watch 2.
I'm just
the
saying,
most.
when he goes riding,
Well,
it's
see, I've
usually
got-
with me and
I've got daughters old enough to watch the baby for a while we go ride.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like a weekend trip to Colorado or
that's
What's
a hell of
sad-
a trip for a weekend.
Right? You know,
we'll go
that's,
for 4 days. I don't care if you fly. It's nothing.
Oh, good point.
That's why I said fly out there.
I did a 3-day trip in Vegas. I mean, and they're like, we really didn't get much. You don't really get much done. You know, you fly in, you're there for 2 days, and you fly out that evening.
When you don't sleep or rent a room, you can do a lot.
I was like, I did a lot. You know, in the 3 days, like, you know, because
I landed, got the crabs, got rid of the crabs, landed back in
I was like,
Indiana. I'm good.
the guy that that talked me into going, he was asleep during half the day because he was up all night drinking. I'd get up, I'd walk around, take pictures of the thing, and go check out all the stuff, and then, you know, he'd wake up, we'd go hit the buffets that we got for free.
Yep.
Nice.
Nothing like taking a picture of a whore. Excuse me, can I take your picture? Oh, yeah, sure. Whore. Excuse me, ma'am. What do you mean, ma'am? Sorry, sir. Can I take a picture? Sure.
Or, excuse me, man. Or,
Mikey's
excuse
cousin
me, sir.
was stationed in Hawaii.
Ma'am, sir. Ma'am, sir.
Did you just say Mikey was a...
Mikey's
what?
cousin was
Oh,
stationed in Hawaii, and that was one of the first warnings they got was just because it looks like a woman doesn't mean it is. I guess they're prolific
Owens will kick your ass.
in Hawaii.
$166 nonstop
Round trip?
round trip on
How
Frontier.
much?
$166 round trip.
Hell yeah!
Sign us up now.
If we start
Let's get
saving
the hell-
up, we could do that.
Saving up hell if I get this tax check.
But it also depends on the time of year,
That's gonna pay
too.
for everybody.
Because I get sent
Thanks,
a little
Billy.
thing like
Pat's going
if
to buy a build
if they're running
Yeah.
deals or whatever, I literally get emails saying, since I would book through there a lot, I get, you know, like, hey, come back and book
Where
a
are you
thing.
flying
Like,
out of?
$15.
Andy?
$15 one way.
Yeah, it's cheaper usually.
If
I
you
didn't
fly,
see anything out of Fort Wayne.
I was gonna say if you fly Florida out of Fort Wayne, it's half price.
Yep, buddy.
And so much easier to get to the airport.
Oh my God, yeah. We
So
Yeah,
much
69 to
easier to get
469,
into.
turn to the left. It's right there. It's two lefts.
Huh?
We-
69, 469. You go to the second exit, turn left, go down the road, turn left again.
You
You're right
go
at
to
the
the
airport.
expressway, and you take that right. Then you
Right?
turn to right.
Yeah, there
You
is
do
a
turn right. Yeah,
there is an airport expressway up there at Fort Wayne.
And then it
Yeah.
is two lefts after that.
We took Deanna up there, and my God, compared to what Indianapolis was like,
Yep.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Indy's not.
Terrible.
Yeah, compared to Fort Wayne, it's terrible.
Terrible.
You suck as a producer.
What?
Terrible.
Oh no!
terrible,
Now
terrible.
I'm looking at flights from here to Denver.
We could take Topher and
Like-
tease him.
Like 147.
Look at all the beers you could have chose.
Where's Topher? He's drowning in a vat. Don't worry, he'll drink it.
It's like, screw this. I'll just shit for the rest of the thing.
Oh, no. That right there is gluten free. He's in heaven.
Yeah, heaven. He's
So
in
it did
heaven.
taste like cardboard, but you know it's gluten free.
Heather, my husband's going to die. No, he's good. Just give him a straw.
Business class round trip is $12.40.
Dude, $169. You can go from Colorado Springs and whatnot. You know, from Denver.
We need to check out. Jimmy loved it out there. He went last year.
I'll go.
A lot of people are like moving out there.
Yeah, because of the recreational marijuana. Hey, did you guys hear about the guy that has the medical marijuana card? And he went to India.
Huh? Oh
And
yeah.
now he's looking at 4 years because they found an ounce of marijuana in his
No,
bag.
it wasn't even an ounce. It was less than a quarter ounce,
Was it a quarter ounce?
which was just enough
By
to
the way,
be
Bill.
distribution. 4 years to life is what he's looking
Yeah, it's a
at.
class 1 drug
Everybody's
over
complaining about it. It's like, look, if you're going to go overseas,
there. You don't
Yeah.
take it.
look up at the damn laws.
It's
Yeah.
$30 cheaper if you do one way both ways.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because Indianapolis to Denver right now is $74.
There,
hell.
take that. Don't.
No, I'm
better
just
go to
saying.
New
Like,
It's like that kid that went to Korea.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's dead now. I feel sorry for the kid and his family, but you go to Korea, you're at the airport, you're like, I want a souvenir. I want to rip this poster off the wall. You're in a communist country.
Yeah, you're going to jail.
Use a little bit of common sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how rich your parents are in a communist country.
Nope.
because the party is always more richer.
Yeah.
Okay, you got
Five-
rich American parents. We don't care.
$560 to fly out there first class.
Oh my
Where?
God.
Colorado.
560 at first class?
Uh-huh.
Did you hear about the drug bust? A couple of drug busts they've had? I can't remember where one of them was at, but it was an elderly couple. caught with 60 pounds of marijuana. They was going to be Christmas gifts.
60 pounds? Dear Lord.
Christmas gifts.
That's what they claimed. They said they was going to give it out as Christmas gifts.
Well, you're starting to see a lot of people now that are...
They actually said 60 pounds of high... I think they actually called it high-grade marijuana. I couldn't tell you what's high-grade and what's not.
Oh, Bill. Do you want me to start some shit?
What was that? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
What was that?
My phone will blow up in 2 seconds if I send it to her.
It's
Let me see.
Ralphie
Let me
in his
see.
bunny costume.
What does it
Do
say?
it.
though?
Listen, I'm an antagonist on both ends because I send stuff to her to tag you in.
You know what? I'm under peer pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure, do it.
Go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Hold on.
Do
You know what's funny is like I
She
finally
knows it's
get
coming. She's listening, right? I'm sure.
I don't know.
I finally get to the point where
It's a whole bunch of girls at my house, so who knows what's...
I finally have everything set up
Yeah.
to where like chat
And
room.
your
You
buttons
was
don't
going to say,
work.
you still can't hit a button.
Right. Well, because I still got like 3 monitors over here where the stuff that I'm trying to keep an eye on, but nobody goes back to the chat room anymore. Now that I actually have it set up to where I can monitor the chat room on a regular basis,
Listen, don't even
Nobody
start
comes
with
back.
that. Who was on the chat room last Saturday?
you were.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And I was participating.
Mhm.
I was actually given coordinates.
I
I was helping out.
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On its way.
But no, I was just saying, like, you know, like we used to get, because I'd only have it here, and I'd have to keep flipping back and forth and doing
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
I said,
Now you
"Screw
have
it."
the chat room
You put
open
it
and
right there.
You
everything.
know what? I'm going to turn my
Nobody's
phone on
on
just
it.
so everybody can hear it go off when she texts me back.
You know, we've come to figure out that anybody who leaves their phone on and it gets a thing pays $1 when it goes off on the air.
I already bought your drink, so shut up.
Well, no,
He brought alcohol.
Jim already owes like $17
Jim doesn't answer his
from
phone
one
because-
show.
I called in. I texted him the answer to the last week's thing. Told you.
Quack, quack, quack.
She goes, seriously, you guys suck, and yes, I'm listening. All right, I'm muting that again.
So now, ooh.
But no, I texted him the answer to that song. Never answered me back.
Do the studio phone.
And it might be his phone too.
Yeah, it might be his
Well,
phone.
that could be true because he could have got the answer yet today.
Right, well, that's why I say if you know his phone is going to mess up.
I'm going to send that to Pat.
So
That's why that night that I,
That's why I
that
always
texted
give out
you
the
the same thing I texted him because he wasn't answering me, and you were like, "What?" I was like, "Never mind, he got it." Because it's funny, you can usually hear his phone. It, Jesus God.
I texted him once during the show, then he didn't answer or say anything about it, so I quit listening.
Screw you, you lost a listener.
See you guys, I'm gonna.
If you won't repeat my racist shit, then I'm not listening no more.
So,
By the way, where do you get those messages?
man, I have all kinds of people just sending me like random stuff. Dun, dun,
I'll watch that later.
dun. Yeah,
Come on, I was hearing it.
Yeah, but you realize that one is more than
I
a
think
minute long.
I think I sent it to you.
You know
What's
that
that?
one is more than a minute long, right?
Is it on Facebook?
Yeah,
I haven't been on Facebook lately.
I keep forgetting I've got Messenger until somebody texts me. You sent me something the other day, Topher, that it didn't come through.
oh yeah,
All it said was, like it. I'm like what? But I was at work, so I couldn't, and by the time I thought about it, like now, you're sitting right in front of me.
oh, it was the cover to the cover for the
That?
the new movie. Yeah, or the old movie, but the new name. I was trying to field questions, and I got some stuff back, and it was like, well, we have to make this thing because the DVDs are literally being ready to be minted now.
Yeah, but if you send me something during the day, I usually don't see it until that afternoon or that evening.
I think I sent it to you at the same time as everybody else. I just
Yeah, I
basically
had
went
to
down the
mute
thing
my-
and went click, click, click,
I had
click.
to mute my phone because my phone was vibrating across the truck, my truck, and I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, normally, I just send you stuff like, they're sending the Harvester Isengard.
On Monday, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I can usually check my phone because those are my fast and easy days. Wednesday and Friday is when everybody texts me. And I am so damn busy that I don't have time to see it. Like today, I left my phone on the kitchen when I went to work.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't know I left it in the kitchen. But I got home, I was like, honey, I think I lost my phone. She goes, no, it's on the kitchen table this morning. I plugged it in for you. I'm like, oh, thank God. Because the first thing I do in the morning is I get up, I go to take a shower, get dressed in the bathroom so I don't wake anybody up. I normally put my phone in my pocket, put my sweatshirt on, go to work. Get to work, take it out of my pocket, put it in the little cup holder. I thought I did all that, got to the truck today, went to take it out, and I'm like, son of a bitch. It's
Oops.
gone. It's gone. Somebody stole it.
Well, see, what's funny is, like, going back to we were talking about flights or whatever, do you realize a flight right now from here to Tampa, round trip,
I
$90?
need to get that. What is that? Sorry.
$90 round trip to Tampa.
Yeah.
Who wants
On
to go to
Frontier.
Tampa?
Well, I have family there that
Nobody
I
goes
have a
to
place to go.
Tampa.
I do.
Who goes to Tampa? Oh, yeah, you got family in Tampa.
Yeah.
we got,
That's what the forecast.
My most of my family is on live PD most of the time.
my,
I have family in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
That's
That's the only reason I watch live PD is like something they're going to pop up sooner or later. As much as they go to Jeffersonville, Indiana.
I wonder how much Live PD pays the city of Jeffersonville to do that, because they have to.
A lot.
I think Alexandria needs to do that.
Well, if Muncie can get Ozzy and Jack.
Well, the only reason they got Ozzy is
Maybe
because Jack did Armed and Famous.
Well, maybe we can
and
get.
still is a licensed Muncie Police Department.
maybe we can get Kelly or maybe
No.
Mrs. Ozzy.
Yeah, it's what the forecast.
What the forecast? I'm gonna look that up.
Anybody else have what the forecast?
No.
I can't find anything on my phone anymore. It's all moved around.
Oh, this is
Dead air.
The
Dead
new
air, dead air,
the
dead
new
air.
Apple update came out, and Bobby updated, but he didn't update from the previous two, so tried to do all three updates at once.
And shut him
Wow.
down.
His phone crashed.
Mine updated yesterday.
I gotta update mine tonight when I go home.
Mine's not
I don't have
Apple.
an iPhone.
It's Jelly Bean.
Jelly bean.
I don't have an iPhone.
But yeah, mine updated yesterday.
I have one of those Galaxy S8s.
Mine's a Ohio
Is that it,
6,
Bill?
G6 or something like that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How good is it? Or is it just for the funny stuff?
Oh yeah,
It's
really
actually
good.
pretty decent.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Because you guys saw we got snow coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're setting up like 3 inches in our
I heard
area.
that 2 to 4. So yeah,
Well, that
you know what my
it
truck's
sucks
gonna do
be-
at 2 to 4? Not a damn thing.
It sucks to be that jeweler.
Oh yeah, you know when
On
everything's
Christmas
free.
Day, yeah,
on
everything's
Christmas-
free, but
if
you got to
it's
buy
not-
it a week before. You can't buy it like today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's also takes out an insurance policy just for that.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, he's not losing nothing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
still, it's like, people are like watching the forecast. Well, I'm going to go Christmas Eve and buy
apparently
it.
the green
No,
No, no.
Doesn't
you
count.
got to buy it before.
This
A
is
week.
fucking zombie weather. I just need to know if I can run faster than you.
Nice.
Nice.
This is fucking zombie weather.
Yeah, right. With all the fog and the cold and the rain.
I can modify the creepy voice.
It makes me want to go home and watch some Walking Dead. Maybe I can convince the wife.
Have you
to
watched
watch
it all yet?
I haven't got the past few episodes.
I ain't got the past few years.
Yeah,
I watched the
I've
season
watched some of
3.
it. My kids and everybody started getting into it for a while. I don't know if they watched it the last couple seasons.
I watched the season 3 and then it lost me. I just lost interest. Just like when originally Vikings, I made it to season 2, and when it came back, it was never a priority to watch it. So
I haven't found a TV show lately that I've wanted to watch something like that.
I
I have watched
kinda
the
that
first
way.
2 seasons of Walking Dead. Maybe that's about it.
I watched
got season
MacGyver that way.
The new
Like
MacGyver?
when MacGyver comes out, I was like, I'll watch it. I'll check it out. The Brave, I was that way. SEAL Team with David Boreanaz,
Yeah.
I'm that way.
Is that good?
I used to
I
watch.
enjoy it. There's
Oh.
a few shows that I find that I'm that way, but it's only because of habit.
When they used to have,
Yeah.
for about 2 years, they had Big Bang Theory and How I Met Your Mother's back to back.
Yeah.
I watched that, and then they split them up, and I quit watching after that.
I quit watching Big Bang Theory 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still watch Big Bang Theory, and then now we watch Young Sheldon.
Yep.
Because they have that when he was like a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and it's actually pretty funny. But that's the only things we really are like, oh my god, we have to watch that.
Well,
You
no,
know?
I mean, I got stuff like, Lucifer's on. I watch Lucifer, or I watch it on demand.
There's another one me and Angie watched that lasted like 2 seasons, and they got rid of it.
Do what?
Says suck it, Fog. I got the Ireland voice.
What's it called?
What the forecast?
It's an ab?
I'm going to leave this on because I've got it set to bypass my mute feature. So I'm going to be laying in bed at like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. before I wake up. It's going to go off, and Libby's going to be so mad at me.
Twizzlers are far superior to red vines, but in a pinch, I'll eat red vines.
That's nice. I can't wait. This is
one,
so cool.
This one says, do you want to see while you drive? Tough shit.
I've been in some fog sometimes where you're like, I can't even see the front of my truck, and I drive a stub nose.
So, I mean...
Or a cab over if you want to be technical.
Calm your junk. It's just fog. It's not the end of the world.
I got that one too. Now it just says suck it, Fog.
You know, it's like... voice settings on.
But I kind of like the Ireland setting.
I like the one that it has on like the little where you can like see what it looks like. It says, "Is this fedora weather?" Nope, it's never fedora weather.
Now see, I've got Siri on mine set for Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's like, "Who in the hell is that?" I'm like, "That's my Siri. Don't touch my Siri." Like, see if I can get her to come on. Hey Siri, what's the weather today?
Okay, here's the weather for today.
See, that's easy to understand, right? Jesus, God help us all. We're being bombarded by ducks.
Oh, damn it. Fucking frog. This is love-making weather. If you're a fucking frog, get down with your bad self.
That is the creepiest Siri voice I've ever heard
This
in
is
my life.
love-making weather. If you're a fucking frog, get down with your bad self.
Oh, damn it, freaking Fog.
Yeah.
How you change the voices? I don't even see what anything's at that does
Go into
that.
settings.
On what?
Yeah, it says voice settings.
Well, on the note that we're all digging on our computer or on our personal
Sorry.
computer or our phone.
Really? Your wife started some shit now.
Why is that?
We'll go ahead and jump back,
Okay, I'm done.
It's the truth.
and we'll be back after these messages right here on the Geek Public Radio.
GPR the Man Cave. GPR the Man Cave.
.com.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
You know, again, I'm going to ask, are we patting Bill? Good job,
Yeah.
Bill.
He's a good boy.
It's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
That's a good Bill.
I like being patted.
He's a
You're
good
damn
boy.
right you do.
He's a good boy.
Lower.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Who's your good boy? He's
I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy.
So yeah, anyway.
Yes, it is now 1 minute past 10 o'clock.
Do you know where your kids are?
No.
I have no clue because the wife has them. Which means they're safe. We hope. My phone hasn't blown up, so nobody's trying to kill anybody.
Or she's busy running around putting out fires.
That could be it too.
And then the fireman. That's my name.
They call me the fireman.
No. One last thing before we sign off.
I'm not flying off anywhere. Go for it. What's up?
I can't remember which, what year it was, but Good Guys, the guys that put on like the big car shows or whatever. Yeah. They changed their years. All right, because the cutoff on the cars that they would let into shows used to be 1972.
Yeah.
Okay.
They changed it to 1987.
Oh.
So like guys with like G bodies and like the like cool like 80s stuff.
Old Grand Nationals.
Yeah, like Monty SS's, Grand National, Hurstel 442s.
Yep.
Pontiac didn't really make a hot Le Mans, did they? Well,
No,
they had
because
the Le Mans 2+2.
Yeah. We gotta remember, like
the Aero Coupe 2+2.
You got to a point with the Le Mans that it became a Chevette.
No,
because I had one. It was a '93 Pontiac Le Mans. It was a little bean car. It looked like a Chevette.
I finally got a Pontiac Le Mans. Oh.
No, I'm talking about like the 80s.
80s style.
Like I know. I'm saying like it got to the point though.
Yeah.
At some point in the late '80s, early '90s, that it became a Chevette.
After '87, so in '88.
You say you had Le Mans, a Regal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buick Regal, Pontiac Le Mans.
Who was it that posted the Facebook picture? If you want to, how do you tell if your friends are non-car guys?
That was me.
Was that
a nice Monte Carlo, and it's like a Buick Grand National
it's a
doing
Grand
a
National.
smoky burnout.
I looked at that and I was like, that's no. And I'm bad at telling cars.
Know.
I can.
Yeah, I see it.
I had that car, other than it had wheels.
Your car didn't have wheels?
I mean, no, this one doesn't on the picture.
Yeah, those are. I mean, they were good little cars to like commute and put around in, but
and that's the '88.
Yeah.
That's when they shrank everything.
Yeah.
What was it? The 87, 88, 89. Everything was like, let's make things smaller.
And 87.
And all they did was basically push the car from the front to the end.
We're going to switch everything to front wheel drive and shrink it.
Yeah. I don't know. There's the 86s.
I'll tell you the truth though. I don't miss my rear wheel drive car. Like I loved my Thunder Chicken. Hated driving it.
That's a Daewoo.
The Daewoo?
Oh.
That's 81 right there.
Radio.
The Daewoo.
Radio.
I know.
Where's that?
I don't know. It just says parts.
Parts.
78.
I had a Daewoo. No, I didn't.
I could do that.
Omni. Never mind.
I could do that. The 67 Tempest Le Mans. that little honey right there.
The Tempest Le Mans. That was a car. Yeah, no. I'd drive a Yugo before I drove that.
The Grand Prix.
Grand Prix?
Yeah, the G body was the Grand Prix.
Oh, Grand Prix. Yeah.
G body shuffle.
In the late '70s, it was the Le Mans. Then they put it the Grand Prix moniker on it.
Everybody's seen the G body shuffle, haven't you?
G body shuffle.
Yeah, back to the left, back to the right, back to the left.
So, but that was just my like latest like little automotive tidbit, because now I'm like, ooh, the cutoff is 1987. I can take my slitation.
The slitation.
Why?
I had a car I could take before.
Yeah,
you did.
You did.
Yeah.
But now I can take my citation.
I can take my truck.
Yeah.
I can take the truck.
Yeah.
If you ever find a title.
Yeah, if I can ever get the title and a battery and
apply for lost title.
Well, I have to have a cop come out, run the VIN.
Yep.
Do all that other stuff, and then go into the court and have them issue me a new title.
Do it.
It'd be cheaper for me to buy a brand new truck than to go to the court and pay
the
court fees.
I'll tell you
what, I'm going to hit the Powerball tonight. I'll just give you the money to go through all that.
Well, then just give me the
no
vehicle.
No, we're going to fix up your old truck.
That's right.
F you, buddy.
Well, no, I would love to own that truck.
You are
like out, right? Because I would it would be stripped down. It'd be in primer and
If you
waiting
think,
on somebody else to paint it.
If you think I'm going to win $300 million and just buy you, I ain't got all kinds of money, man.
No, we're going to fix up your old shit.
Good. I'm a fan of my
And
own
we
shit.
might paint Heather's car. I'm just saying, we might. No.
No, if we paint it, it'll be like titty pink.
Using spray cans.
Make sure you use the D's in that titty. Tid D. Pink.
Tiddy.
No,
It's titty pink. It's not T-I-T-T. It's T-I-D-D. Look it up.
Okay.
Diddy. Like Teddy.
Titty pink.
Timon, Teddy.
Teddy.
Football.
Titty, go out there and catch that football, Titty. What the hell's he saying? I don't know, but I think he's insulting me. Where'd everybody go? Chevrolet.
I'm sorry. I put in titty pink, and it says titty pink is an awesome fruity flavor, leaving you wanting more.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, it is.
Titty bear.
Talk to Titty Bear.
Comfort
Talk
strap
to
makes
Teddy
wearing
bear.
seatbelts more comfortable. Apparently, it's a bear.
Yeah, this rest between the girls, as the most women call them.
Yeah.
The girls. I can't say that now. If I say rest between the girls, that means the girls that I'm taking care of are asleep.
Titty pinks and tiddlywinks. The Bob and Tom show.
I know a guy that bought his wife a Cadillac, and she's like, the only car I don't want is pink.
Yep.
That's the only color he would buy.
Really?
Yep.
That's fun.
Was he a fan of pink Cadillac?
Well, he bought it to
Piss with her?
kinda, but it was a brand new Cadillac, so she drove it anyway.
Yeah.
I have one thing to say about your present.
You what, huh?
Did he give you the crabs?
No.
Oh,
It was so cool
that's a present.
that I ran the batteries down in the first show.
I need to bring my Buddha over here.
I wish I'd have known. I'd have brought you some more batteries.
But literally, I had it on the entire show, and then apparently forgot and walked off. 2 days later, I came out and I went to flip it on, and I was like, "Oh!"
It's because you're used to the plug-in things that'll run all day.
Right.
I mean, everything else is plugged in.
Yeah.
So I was just like, click, click, click. Ooh.
See, I've got a Buddha statue. It's got one of those.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
No, I just
When you
saw
touch
that.
the belly, and it goes. "Zhonk."
I think so. I don't remember
I
whether.
saw that, and it's like one of those things. I'm like,
Is that
that'd
the
be
thing
cool
it
to. Yeah.
says? Okay.
Well, like I said, the simple fact that we wore the battery down like the very first day that we got it in the studio.
Like I said, I saw that, and I'm just like, that would be cool sitting on his desk in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the first generation of those?
The big, huge
The
ones.
big, huge ones. You could hold a piece of
yeah.
paper up and then take the paper clip, and it would burn through the paper.
No, but I want
Electricity
one
would
now.
actually shoot through the glass.
No, but I
Nice.
want one now.
But it
No
wouldn't. I
kidding.
mean, you could actually hold the paper clip, and it wouldn't hurt you. But if you moved it, the paper would turn brown where the energy was jumping through to the...
Nice.
Like I said, I
It
want one
wouldn't burn
now.
or catch
No
fire,
doubt,
but it
right.
would burn.
I always thought they were cool.
You
Nobody.
suck.
Smolder, char, whatever.
Yeah, char.
yeah, yeah.
It wouldn't smoke or
And
anything
what,
like that.
what sucks is I always wanted one, right? And I bought him one for a present. And when I was younger, I always, like, at Christmas or whatever, be like, I want a plasma ball.
No, those are dangerous.
And I was
No,
like,
they're not.
I never got one. I was like, one year, I was like, that's all I really want. I want a plasma ball.
I'm going to go buy you a plasma ball.
Well, now the prices came down. That you can find them
Yeah,
everywhere.
you go to Spencer Gifts, and they're not $300 anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
You know,
I'm waiting on the day that I walk in here is like plasma balls and lava lamps and.
I've got a
You need
19
a lava lamp?
You
I've got a
like lava lamp right
1960s lava lamp. I've still got that one that I used to have. In
When
my
like you
bedroom.
take it apart and it has like the pop bottle top on the.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine doesn't have that.
Oh no, it doesn't.
No, it's actually encased.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, do you want a lava lamp?
No, sure, it'll look good right here.
We could hook you up with the lava lamp. I mean,
I'll bring my Buddha statue over here, and we'll have the lava lamp. And we'll get
I
the
mean,
black
if you-
lights up there and that thing.
If you look at this room, it's like a geeky heaven.
Although
mean,
if we
you look,
break
you
out
might
the
get
black
a.
light,
you get a
man,
12
we might
inch
see
plasma
stuff that we
ball
don't
now
want to
for
see.
$50.
So you look around, there's like.
why is there these bright white spots all over the desk?
Why? Chris was like, "Don't you turn that on?" Why? Oh God, explanation coming. And I've had my hands all over that. And,
Right.
Well, no, obviously they're going. nothing here, bunch of stuff over there. We're like,
Somehow we got to keep entertained.
like,
Are you not entertained?
no, I'm not.
Okay.
But on that note, it is time to step away.
Yeah.
So you can actually be entertained and listen to ADD radio.
Well,
We're just gonna change the man cave to ADD radio.
ADD radio.
It's
Like-
time again for ADD. Oh, look, squirrel.
And we're like, so it's
I'm
ad
on a
radio.
Mexican radio.
Ad radio. All they do is play ads.
I'm on a Mexican radio.
It's one of the worst songs and best songs ever written.
Yeah.
Because once
It
it's
was-
in your head, it's in your head.
It's from the 80s.
Tijuana. Eating barbecue, iguana. Take your requests on the telephone.
It's from the decade that gave us Flock of Seagulls.
And that haircut.
I ran.
Okay.
I ran so far
Well, there was a band called Was Not Was.
Was not was.
It was not
Men at
was.
work.
Men at
Men
work.
at
Men at
Work.
Work. Yeah.
Come from a land down under.
The Was Not Was famous for what song?
Oh.
Dinosaur?
Yeah.
Was that Dinosaur?
Get on the floor.
Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Boom, boom. Act like a boom.
Is that huh? Look at me. Was not what right here? Huh?
The Thompson twins.
Thompson
Yeah.
Twins, Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Yeah, Dexy's
The
Midnight
dirtiest
Runners.
song. Poor Eileen.
And then I got kicked out.
Eileen is messy.
I mean, what other messed up, 80s?
Turning Japanese.
Yeah,
We
the
still play the
Vapors.
Vapors a lot on like the 1 to 3.
I got the vapors.
It's like we'll
Tainted
go
Love?
from like
Tainted Love is
All about
Touch
gay.
myself.
Being gay. I touch
the
myself.
Divinals.
The
I touch
Divinals.
myself. Yeah, that's but the Vapors turning Japanese. It's, I mean, come on. I want a doctor to take your picture so I can look at you from inside as well.
I got your picture. I just love that. It's, I got your picture.
All right, but my favorite, and it still goes back to the fact that Quentin Tarantino said it had a good sodomy beat. All right.
No.
The
That's a dolphin
knack.
position for the son. Oh, God.
all right, the knack. All right,
I
my
was
Sharona.
gonna say my Sharona
Yeah.
had a good sodomy beat.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
I always thought Sanford and Sons had a good sodomy beat to
He
it.
wanted
What up?
the gimp.
Bring out the camp.
All right, the gimp scene where what's his name?
Bruce Willis.
No, the
Bring out the gimp.
Yeah,
What is that's Dick Dale, isn't it?
I don't know.
I thought that was Dick Dale.
But the
Dick Dale.
And that was what's his name and
Ving Rhames.
Marcellus
and-
Ving
Ving
Rhames
Rhames.
and Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
yeah.
But who's
But when
music?
Ving the song he wanted playing when Ving Rhames was
getting
getting
routinely,
by the
pounded.
Gimp
We'll
or
just say
whatever,
pounded.
he wanted My Sharona playing in the background because he honestly thought it had a good sodomy beat to it.
But he didn't get that, and he got
Apparently, the artist for that scene was Dwayne Whitaker and Peter Green,
Oh, so they wrote it for them.
and the song was "Bring Out the Gimp."
So
Okay. I think I'm gonna
but
go
I
home.
digress.
I think I'm gonna go home
we
and watch
really need to
Cannibal
go
Run.
because it's that time.
Dun,
I just
dun,
got a glare from
dun.
Danielle. What did I do?
Probably my fault. And she doesn't have my number.
Well, that's a good thing.
We need to find a dinosaur order. I don't know why, but I'm just saying.
Did
Just
I
saying.
say something about a dinosaur?
Wrong.
Wrong. I did.
Dinosaur, you sang a song.
Right.
No, I said.
Oh, walk the dinosaur.
Well, as for us here, you know what? Me, Topher. That's Bill. That's
Hot Pocket.
And
Yeah, buddy. You like to put my hot pocket in your mouth. Good morning. You're about to call in sick to work. They now have the vegetarian hot pocket, which means take out or heat up and immediately place in toilet.
I guess it's better than an Arkansas Hot Pocket.
That goes on my list, I think, doesn't it?
What?
The 100 things you should never look up on the internet.
I think so.
I need to find that list because I have it somewhere and it's full of stuff. You're like, oh God!
It is that time. We're looking at.
really
We're coming up on 10:30.
My kids looking that up was hilarious.
But-
She was reading off the top 10 things, and my kids are over there like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, don't
look up blue
But
waffle.
I mean, don't look it up. Don't look it up. I need to add blue waffle to that.
Blue waffle, the lemon party.
The lemon party, that was another one.
Oh, that's the yeah. Okay.
2 girls in a cup.
2
All
girls,
right.
1 cup.
We'll be out of here. This is it. We're done. On that note, this is it.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
2 girls, 1 cup is the last.
2 girls, 1 cup. We're done.
All right.
Merry Christmas, guys.
It's deteriorated. We're leaving.
Bye.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.